Hello everybody, welcome back to another Captain Bill official live stream. Still got about 1 minute 60 seconds until we be getting going, and today we'll be doing a flight from Denver International Airport to good old San Francisco. So sit back, relax, enjoy the immaculate vibes, and we'll be underway here shortly. ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Captain Bill official live stream. Although I am still, why did my my camera decided to disappear in that, and I have absolutely no idea why. So one of these days we'll get the intro 100% correct, but today is just not that day. But hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Doing another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream from San Francisco to Denver, or correction, Denver to San Francisco. I got that a little backwards. We do have some ATC up here in Denver. I'm not gonna lie. I've been listening while I was setting up, and this guy is kind of grumpy and kind of pushy. So we will see how this goes. The key is to get out of here without incident. But first, I set everything up. I just need to listen to the ATIS in the cockpit here, and then we'll be good to go. I'll just do this real quick. Denver Tower, United 1071, radio check.
United 1071, Denver Tower, you're 5x5, how many?
5x5, appreciate it, thanks. All right. So we got that. Everything was already in here. That's what I was setting up while you all were waiting. Or
Denver Tower, United 212, ready to copy IFR to Salt Lake.
There we go. And I'll go ahead and program in real quick. I forgot to do this.
United 212, Denver Tower, you're cleared to the Salt Lake City International Airport. Denver 3 departure, Chingy transition, that I have filed. Climb via the SID, departure with Denver Center 127.65, squawk 3742. I'm cleared to Salt Lake via Zimmer 3, Chingy transition, 127.65, what was the frequency?
Departure information X-ray 1553 Zulu, 1220 at 4, visibility 10, few clouds at 9,000. Few clouds at 15,000. Temperature 19er. 2.9er. Altimeter 3002.
Listen up here.
Departing
hello, Hot
runway
Mess.
8.
Hello, Snowy.
Runway 17 left. Runway 25.
San Francisco is really cool. Oh, Snowy was totally ready for my transition.
Takeoff clearance.
Totally ready.
VFR departure.
Is this an actual air traffic controller? Well, it's VATS and Walker, so
and if flight following is requested.
They're trained to be.
Read back all runway assignments. Notices to air mission. Bird activity within the airport. Advise on initial contact. You have information X-ray.
Okay, we got X-ray. Sounds like Denver Center's up, so I'm going to back that up. Yeah, 2765. I guess I found the airport with all the VATSIM today, which is good. Good. Adds to the realism. Make sure I get the right freak in there. There we go. And then I'm going to switch my view here. I am going to go to radios real quick. That's just going to help me get ready for the clearance. All right. And make sure I don't know why I'm... let's go standby. There we go. Is there an event on VATSIM right now with ATC? No, I don't think so. I'm not aware of any, but it just Denver appears to be active. Yes, Greg, from YouTube Live, we are flying out of Denver. That is correct. We're flying from Denver to San Francisco International today. Hello, Mason. Watching my Indy 500 race today, or you only stick with F1? I only really stick with F1. I tried Indy and I couldn't get into it. Hello, Scotty from Ohio. Good morning, Jason. Hello, Deborah and Tommy. Welcome back, buddy. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. And Pizza Man. All right, so now I got to focus to get my clearance. This guy is pretty good, so I don't want to screw this up. 3235 on comm 1, and away we go. Denver Tower, United 1071, ready to copy IFR San Francisco with X-ray.
United 1071, Denver Tower, cleared to the San Francisco International Airport, course 6 departure, VOAXA transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, departure with the Denver Center 127.65, squawk 0631.
Clear to the San Francisco International Airport via the Coors 6 VOAXA transition as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure frequencies 12765, squawk 0631, United 1071.
United 1071, read back correct. Expect runway 25 for departure. Advise ready for taxi. And I actually have a small amendment to your altitude here. So climb via SID. Expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure.
Okay, copy that. Climb via the SID. Expect flight level 320 after departure. Squawking 0631. Expecting runway 25. Will advise ready for push and taxi. United 1071.
United 1071. Read back correct. And yeah, call me for pushback. Expect 25.
Copy. United 1071. Okay, so 320. I do have to adjust that a little bit here if this would get out of my way. There we go. 320. That's all good. Let's make sure. Let's see, Prague. More than enough fuel once we get there. Do have to adjust this in the FMS. And there we go. Okay, that actually wasn't too terrible. 06. I thought he was gonna give me, because he was giving grief to another guy about the routing that he had going to Dulles. I didn't see it, but he's like, it's not real world. So I was hoping. I literally just pulled this out of my JEP chart. So okay, that looks good. And I'm just gonna go 1080 with these right now. Technically, I would put in 17.9 for the VOR because we do have T procedures out of here. Special takeoff procedures for the mountains, but we'll just do that. No hat today? No, Mason. I'm trying, once again, like I tell you, every time I come to the stream, I am trying something new. So today, theater lighting, right? One of the things I've always wanted is, you see how my hair is glowing around the side? That's the whole point of a backlight, is to light up my silhouette. With the hat, I don't get that. Plus, I wanted to show off my new haircut. And also the hat blocks the light, so there's constantly a shadow on my face. So I'm trying something a little different to see if maybe it's a better look on stream. So let me know what you think. I'm trying. I'm not wearing a gray shirt. White balance looks good, but probably change that in the future. White balance usually helps, or gray helps with the white balance. All right, everything's looking good there. Everything's looking good there. All right. And everything's okay with the sound, which is perfect. All right, let me get in my, let's do this real quick. Ground services. Let's release the ground power. Let's release the stairs. Bill, we're going for a fast walk. Mom's gonna watch. She's never seen a lot. Oh, cool, Tommy. That's awesome. Hello, Tommy's mom. Jason, yes, Denver Center is online. Mason, it says it looks good. Oh, thank you. Fresh cut, thank you. Yep, I got this. I was in desperate need for a haircut, so. All right, let's look outside. Should be closing up everything here. Maybe tell it to remove chocks. That should go back to legs. We'll go return to the door. Okay. Go to my favorite point of view of all time. If it would let me. There we go. Spencer asks, how does my wife handle commuting? Well, she doesn't commute to work. I do, Spencer. So. What do you think of those pictures I put in Discord? I just took them with my phone. Are you talking about departing out of Seattle? They look pretty good. They look pretty good. All right, that is... All right, waiting for them to clear. Wilbur, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome all. We're about ready to push out of here, out of a beautiful day in Denver International, heading out to San Francisco, which is a flight that I do in real life. Expecting runway 25. Cloud Surfer says, oh, dang, I guess not. I don't know what you're referring to. Might have, okay. Looks like we're all good to go. We're buttoning up.
Denver Tower, land 260.
And 260, Denver Tower, go ahead.
Shoot, which gate?
260, gate Bravo 68 with information X-ray, request 95 clearance to Jacksonville.
Okay, we're just gonna wait for him to get his clearance out.
And 260, or correction, 260, Denver Tower, you're clear to the Jacksonville International Airport. It's sleek to departure, then as filed. Climb via the SID. Departure with the Denver Center, 127.65, squawk 2743.
Okay, got everything ready to go.
Clear to
Let's say climb via
Jacksonville
SID.
via Slip 2, then as filed, climb via the SID. Frequency is 127.65 and
I saw if you
transponder
united with that library, part of me wondering if it was
3.
you, even though I know it wasn't.
260,
Yeah.
read back
Every
correct.
time you see a
Expect runway
United flight, you're
17 right
thinking
for
to
departure.
me.
Advise ready for
What's my
pushback.
setup?
Next for X-ray.
It's an Xbox controller.
17 right for departure,
I have
and
to go
I'll
to LOE in a minute. I want to know if
ready for
this.
pushback.
Yes, it is Cloud Surfer. Yes, it is. Do you like flying in real life? It's a 50-50 shot. Afternoon build, just waiting on the slow moving line. Yeah, but you're going on a cruise though, so. Denver Tower United 1071, gate Bravo 37, ready to push with X-ray.
United 1071, thanks for X-ray. Pushback approved. Push straight back to the first line. Advise ready for taxi.
Straight back to the first line. Advise ready to taxi. United 1071. All right. Let's go pushback. Straight out. Start. All right, let me get the.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on United Flights. We'd like to welcome back our Mileage Plus members who are earning or using award miles on this flight. On today's flight, we have 3 flight attendants. You can look for the language bar worn on their uniforms. At this time, we ask that you direct your attention to the following important safety presentation. Thank you.
The ship is beautiful. Oh, that's good to hear. Are you better than Breddick? I don't know who Breddick is. At the butcher's cut for dining. Ooh, Tristan, that sounds really good. If so, I'll buy when I get back from home. Yeah, this is PMDG. It's a 7378. Thanks for coming to Ferry to Red Hook with me. Oh, absolutely, Tristan. That was cool to see. I'm excited for you and your cruise. How do you connect to a tower similar to the support of Microsoft? This is VATSIM, Robert. So it's a multiplayer function. Does that plane come with the sound? No, it's a separate. It's called Luke Air Tool. Nice pushback. Thank you. I'm not the one doing it, but thank you. All right, let's get these engines
Denver
started.
Tower United 212 with X-ray ready to push back. United 212. Denver Tower pushback approved. Push straight back to the first line. Advise ready for taxi. Thanks for X-ray. Push back to the first line. United 212.
And 4 window exits located over the wings. Each is equipped with an evacuation slide that automatically inflates. Each exit is marked with a sign overhead. The main doors open by moving the large handle in the direction of the arrow. Open the overwing exits by removing the cover.
Ever take the train down to Union Station into Denver downtown? No.
Jump into the slide with your legs in front of you. When you're on the ground, move away from the airplane. In the event of a water landing, main door slides can be detached from the
Tower
airplane
1260,
and used
we're ready for
supplemental
pushback.
flotation.
Anyways, about ready to take a nap. All right. See you later, Mason. Braddock made the first 737. Oh, yeah, I wasn't aware.
I'll pass you ready for taxi line 260.
Gregory, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Denver Tower United 1850, requesting clearance to Washington.
User 3795. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it.
United 1850, Denver Tower. It's going to be a full reclamp. Stand by.
Oh, why is it?
Stand by.
Pull the red tab to remove the vest. Tear open the pouch, remove and unfold the vest. To secure the vest, slip it over your head. Pull the straps
Alright, that's a
from the
good
back
start
and attach
on
the hooks
one.
to the ring in front. Pull the waist straps away from you until they are tight
Or
around
two,
your
excuse
waist.
me, starting
In an
one.
emergency, exit the airplane and only then inflate the vest by pulling down sharply on one of the red tabs. If additional flotation is needed, pull the second red tab. You can also inflate the vest by blowing into the tubes.
If needed, oxygen mask will drop from above your seat. To start the flow of oxygen, firmly pull a mask towards you to extend the plastic tubing. Place the
Sorry guys, I'm a little
mask over
quiet. I'm
your nose
focusing on
and
starting up the engine.
slip the elastic
There we go.
band over your head and tighten the
A great
straps
haircut.
as
I'm going later today
necessary.
myself. Oh, good, Riley. Yeah, I definitely needed one.
Will flow to the mask. Secure your mask before helping others and continue using until directed by a crew member.
United Airlines is a non-smoking airline. U.S. law prohibits
Free oil farm. Thanks for the follow. And same with Jason Tough Guy. Thank you all. Just getting started up here. That's why it's the quiet cockpit of focus here.
Please ensure your carry-on items and tray
There we go, that
tables are
pops.
stowed. Your seat back is
That's
in its full
good.
upright position. Headrest stowed, and your seatbelt is securely fastened.
All right, there we go.
Ensure that laptop
We turn on the
computers, cell
generators.
phones, and all personal electronics are turned off and properly stowed.
There we go.
If an emergency evacuation becomes necessary, leave all carry-on items behind.
If you have any questions regarding safety, please ask a flight attendant. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for your attention to safety.
And then that's
It's
gonna
our
go
pleasure to
there.
have you aboard, and we hope you enjoy your flight on United.
All right. Set the flaps to 10.
Southwest 1090 requesting IFR clearance down to San Francisco.
Oh, somebody's following me to San Francisco.
Southwest 1090, I'm request number 2, standby.
Right, and let's do a quick flight control check. Make sure the old Xbox controller is working. Denver Tower, United 1071, completed push off of Bravo 37, ready to taxi.
United 1071, runway 25, taxi via Bravo November, Golf.
Runway 25 via Bravo November, Golf, United 1071. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, Denver Tower, United 212, also ready to taxi.
Hello, Pirate 58. Hello, Chicago Spotter, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
United 212, do you have the company 73 in sight? I do. United 212, runway 25, follow the company. We'll follow company, United 212.
Alright, Bravo November is this line over here. Yeah, Chicago, that is the, or Chicago Spotter, that is the plan. Nothing's changed.
United 1850, what would you like for your cruise altitude? What you have filed is invalid.
Hello, TK.
Can I do flight level 260, please? United 1850.
That's going to be unavailable for direction of flight. I could offer you 250
I'm just
or
gonna start doing this as I'm on my way out here.
Let's do 250.
Get the
Tower, United 1850.
United 1850, roger. Your clearance is available. It's a full route clearance. Advise ready to copy.
United 1850, ready to copy.
United
1850, you're cleared to the Washington Dulles International Airport. Emmys 8 departure. Zircle transition, that's Zulu, India, Romeo, Kilo, Lima. Direct the Pawnee City VOR, that's Papa, Whiskey, Echo. Direct the Kirksville VOR, that's India, Romeo, Kilo.
Golf will be the first left turn,
VOR, that's
so that'll be good.
Sierra, Papa, Indio. J80 to the Bel Air VOR, that's Alpha,
flight,
India,
though.
Romeo.
The Bulls flying.
Direct to the Morgantown
Greensboro,
VOR,
thanks
that's
for the
Mike,
heart.
Golf,
I
Whiskey,
appreciate it.
to join the Gibbs 4 arrival in the Dulles. Climb via the SID. Expect flight level 250, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with Denver Center, 127.65, squawk 0646.
This guy sounds grumpy. Someone ordering pizza and wings.
Denver Tower.
He scared me when I first got on.
I'm trying to write that all down.
Professional,
so I can
but yeah, it just made me a little nervous. I was like, oh man, I can't screw this up. Not screw this up.
United 1850, roger. You're cleared to the Washington Dulles International Airport. Emmys 8 departure. Zircle transition. That's Zulu, India, Romeo, Kilo, Lima.
Nobody saw that.
Direct the Pawnee City VOR.
Almost
That's
moved
Papa,
past Golf.
Whiskey, Echo. Direct
saw that.
Kirksville VOR. India, Romeo, Kilo. Direct Spinner VOR. Sierra, Papa, India. J80, that's an airway, to the Bel Air VOR. That's Alpha, India, Romeo. Direct to the Morgantown VOR, that's Mike, Golf, Whiskey, to join the Gibbs 4 arrival into Washington Dulles.
There we go.
Climb via the SID. Expect flight level 250, 10 minutes after departure.
Yeah,
Departure
Snowy,
Denver
this is the
Center,
guy that earlier like put in
squawk
basically the whole flight
0646.
plan incorrectly, so he's the one that he was reading the right act to.
Clear to Washington Dulles via the Emmy departure, then to the to Zulu, India, Romeo, Kilo, Lima, then Papa Whiskey Echo, then ST India, J80, Victor Hotel Papa, 8.
Yeah, so when I tuned in, he was like, go back, file an act, go to FlightAware, and look up an actual one, and then he read the right act to Southwest because he asked him to slow down like 7 miles ago, and Southwest wasn't slowing down, so almost caused a go around. It was the whole thing.
1850, stand by. I'm going to come back to you.
Say again.
Standing by.
Thank you, Franco.
Southwest
Appreciate it.
1090, clearance available. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy. Southwest 1090.
Southwest 1090, you're cleared to the San Francisco International Airport, course 6 departure.
It's a beautiful day. I wonder if it's this beautiful in Denver today.
Climb via
Oh,
the
I know we're doing San
departure
Francisco
with Denver Center,
to...
127.
I'm sorry, Denver to San Francisco.
Or correction, climb via the SID.
Dylan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
26010 minutes after departure. Departure with Denver Center, 127.65, squawk 3753.
Headed out with the course 6 departure. We're expecting flight level 260, 10 minutes after departure. Contact center at 127.65, squawk 3753.
Southwest
You're not using
1090,
live weather? No, it is live weather. You have to use live weather for that sim.
26010 minutes after departure, rest of feedback correct.
So this is live. This is beautiful. I was just curious if it's actually this beautiful. Sometimes live weather can get iffy.
So the course 6 departure, climb via SID, expect flight level 260, 10 minutes after departure. Contact center at 127.65, squawk 3753, Southwest 1090.
Southwest 1090, read back correct. Expect runway 25 for departure, advise ready for pushback.
Expect runway 25 for departure, Southwest 1090, thank you.
I'm getting my flight plan together. Oh, good. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, Ethan. Thank you for the follow, Smart
flight plan and file.
Lee Estevez. It's in the...
September departure information, Yankee, current wind calm, altimeter 3000.
3000.
You should have that flight plan now for United 512. United 512 on request number 2, standby.
This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's all in the description, Lee. Hey, Will, welcome back. Do you ever use VATSIM? Guess what I'm currently using, Corey? You hear all that ATC in the background? That's VATSIM. This is the Boeing 737 from PMDG.
260.
And 260, Denver Tower.
260, we're ready for taxi.
And 260, runway 17 right, taxi via Bravo November. Actually, you know what? Taxi via Charlie Sierra, Mike 10.
Austin says, yeah, it's a beautiful day here today. Perfect.
Charlie Sierra, Mike
usually
10,
the live weather is pretty accurate. A beautiful day in Denver is truly beautiful. Last couple times I've been there, it was rainy and nasty, so. Greg, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yes, I do associate with the purple blue. It should be in the bottom left side of your screen. Just doing me, bottom left. Yeah, Max 8 is it's just like the 800 NG.
512, heavy clearance available. Advise ready to copy.
So yeah, it's 800 shorter. Carries less people.
United 512, you're cleared to Princess Juliana International Airport. FK 7 departure, DZ transition, then as filed. Climb via the SID, departure with Denver Center, 127.65, squawk 0630.
Yeah, 512 Heavy is going to clear to Juliana, FK 7 DZ, climb via departure, Center 127.65, and squawk 06.
What's up, Memo? I appreciate it, Memo.
United 512.
This is the
United 512 Heavy.
This is the 737 800 from PMDG. I'm sorry, not being the controller side, not finding
United 512 Heavy, route back correct. Expect runway 8 for departure. Advise ready for pushback. Information Yankees current.
Oh, I lost VNAV along the way, or auto throttle. I guess do I have to call him? Because that's not how we do it in real life. But entire United 1071 is short of runway 25, ready for departure.
United 1071, wind calm, RNAV foams, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
RNAV foams, runway 25, clear for takeoff, United 1071. Alright, here we go, folks. No, hopefully mention the other platforms will help with viewers. I hope so. That's why I'm trying to say red guy, purple guy. I remember what you told me. Because I do believe it. TikTok is pretty smart.
Hey, 1850, ready to copy.
Right, I got I went and put the route in the text here, so it's a little easier for you to read it back. You're cleared to the Washington
Brian,
Dulles
thanks for the follow.
International
Appreciate
Airport. ME's 8 departure. Zirkle transition.
So the biggest threat
Direct
on this one is going to be phones that are below
Papa
10.
Whiskey Echo.
That's going to be the big one.
Spinner VOR, correction, the Kirksville VOR. That's India Romeo Kilo.
Harrison, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it.
Spinner VOR. That's Sierra Papa India. It's going to be J80 to the Bel Air VOR. Alpha India Romeo.
This always happens.
Direct to the Morgantown VOR. Mike Golf Whiskey.
You're talking about the races 777. Oh yeah, I've heard that too.
Climb via SID. Expect flight level 250, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with Denver Center, 127.65. Squawk 0646.
Here we go. Jason, I'm pretty sure it's the, I think I heard the 777.
9212, runway 25, line up and wait. Say again for United 212. United 212, runway 25, line up and wait. 25, line up and wait, United 212. And United 1850, when you're ready, go ahead with your readback.
Denver Tower, United 1850, clear to Washington Dulles. Departure via Emirates 8. Circle transition. Direct to the Pine City VOR.
Alright, there's no nav speed. VOR. That wasn't that bad of a departure.
Direct to Spinner VOR.
It was not bad at all.
To J80. Bel Air VOR. Direct to the Morgantown VOR. To join the Gibbs 4 arrival. Climb via SID.
There's in 1.
Select flight level 2500. 10 minutes after departure. Denver Center at 127.65. Squawk 0646, United 1850.
United 1850, there we go. Read back correct. Expect runway 8 for departure. Advise ready for pushback.
This thing's freaking out. I have no idea
United 1850 copy. Thank you for being patient with me, Tower.
United 512 ready for push and start.
Alright, flaps up. Looking good. Film should be at or below 10. Yeah, he hasn't told me to contact departure. It's center, so he may still have this airspace. And Denver Tower, United 1071. Did you still want me with you?
United 1071, Denver Tower.
Yeah, Denver, or correction, did you want me to contact Denver Center for United 1071?
Affirmative, 7.65.
All right, 2765. Good day, United 1071.
United 512 ready for push.
Denver Center, United 1071, 9,500, climbing via the Courier 6.
United 1071, Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb, maintain flight level 320, United 1071. All right, up to 320.
On free 1964, expect ILS runway 16 right from Kitchener.
ILS 16 right from Kitchener, 964.
That wasn't too bad getting out of there. All right, guys, so let me catch up on the comments here. I was focusing on doing this. Geek Jack, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Christian, where am I flying to? I'm going to San Francisco out of Denver on this one. Real nice, no complaints. Oh, thanks, Gregory. I appreciate the feedback. Are you a real old pilot? Because I am too. It's the, I think I should have everything on here, right? Yep. Just want to make sure. If I'm getting critiqued, it's from a fellow real world pilot. All right. Let's see. Not an A320. This is a Boeing 737. Yeah, Steven, thank you. Yeah, he was getting kind of busy. Corey, this is not the Max 8. This is the 737-800 NG from PMTG. Beautiful day in Denver. Here, figured out how to give you guys some of these views. Ready? Ready? Actually, you know what? Yep, I'm through 10, so let me speed up real quick. There we go. Let's see.
Denver Center, United 212 with you, passing 7,000.
United 212 Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, United 212.
There we go. That's actually a pretty cool view. Let's see, there is Rocky Mountain Metro. That's what's that airport off our right there. Once we go above 18, I'll get back to that because he already cleared us up to our final altitude. All right, we're on our way. We're on our way. How's everybody doing today? Beautiful, beautiful Memorial Day weekend. At least for where I'm at, it's been beautiful. Got a little bit of. There we go. Everything's looking good, looking good. Welcome, Ace. Welcome, Frank.
Denver Center, land 260.
Hot and sunny here, still snowy.
7,600 to 10,000.
Have I ever flown into Phoenix? I was in Phoenix last week, Will. Gordon actually saw me land the 8 Max. Luckily, it was the better of the two. Luckily, he didn't see my Denver landing last week.
Land 260, Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain.
Hi, yes, I do fly the 8 Max in real life. Rainy in North Carolina. Oh, so the East Coast is getting hit. Eric, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Brian and Ralph, welcome. Travis Warner, user 3535, welcome to the live stream. Jane Bond, 777, welcome. That's a cool name. All right, let's go standard. Lights are coming off. Closed. And fuel balance looks good. Drew, I cannot do a barrel roll. Such a silly question, my guy. Such a silly question. Alright. Quickly set up for 111.7 here. Let's go to the radio panel. I'll set up for the approach real quick. That way I can give you guys a nice window view here. 111.7 is approach going into San Francisco. 284 is the final approach course. Sweet. And local altimeter is 299.4 over there. We'll set that up here. Frequencies. Radio altimeter. Course are set. Speeds we'll get here in a second. I'm just going to go with brakes 3. I always go brakes 3. That tends to work better. Hey, Zach, how's it going? Let's see. Let's get you guys to a cool... There we go. Let's see. Let's get you guys... I like 3 a little bit better. There we go. Let's see. Why do you fly in... Who do you fly for in real life? Mark, check it out. I'll give you like 3 guesses. Oh, Chupa, thanks for the follow. Max 8 is nice, but it's definitely noticeably smaller. Yeah, by a few rows. I'll be on one for the second time this next week. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Max 8s are my favorite airplanes to fly. Can you fly to Hawaii on this? Okay, we did. Two streams ago, I flew to Lahui, Hawaii from San Francisco. Would you join the Air Force to fly their F-16s? No, because I fly the 737s. Hello, Zach. Welcome back. Hopefully it's nice in Rochester today. Your flight path might fly over me. Got a nice air traffic highway over my house, IRL. I might, yeah. I'm doing standard routing today. Mark, once again, just go check out my TikTok page. It'll be pretty fairly obvious who I work for. Bradley, thanks for the follow. Trey, thanks for the follow. Mark Crocker. Bingo. Chase, welcome. I fly the Airbus to Paris 4 times a week. Oh, that's a lot. Beautiful landing in Hawaii, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, that was... There's a lot of interesting things that I'm learning about. This is only like my 7th flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
1964
so it's always a learning curve.
Left approach.
If you guys don't know what he is talking about, what Jonathan's talking about, if you go check out the second newest video called Livestream Highlights, it's towards the end, you'll see what he's talking about. It's always entertaining on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Dakota, thanks for sharing the live, I appreciate it. Excuse me. Hey, what's up, Caleb? Let's see a Shandell. No, God, no. I always talk about on my live streams about how commercial maneuvers are literally the most useless maneuvers because I've never done them ever again. I've never lazy-aided a 7-3 or Shandell. Don't plan on ever doing it. I recently hit 100 hours of the sim. Hey, congratulations, Lando. I think I'm probably at like 30. What kind of controller are you using? An Xbox controller. So that I use that. I mainly use that as an excuse for my bad landings. So enemy AC 130 above. Yeah, well, not on this simulator. All right, let's check the arrival points real quick. Sometimes they're right in here, sometimes they're not. After Codale, we're going direct Inyo for the Diamond 5. Diamond's 290 out or above 27. Lane is 22 and 26, 280. And it's flows at 280 between 14 and 19. Seeds 250 between 10 and 12. Freely or Furley, however you want to pronounce that. 23 out or above 8, and then Archie at 7, and that's where it hooks up. Looks good.
And yeah, turn right heading. Let's go 140. Sorry, actually turn right heading 200 and step below Glacier Airport, the field site.
All right, that's all set up, so I can get us back to. Let's do this. This view. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Denver Center, Southwest 5121 on the ground at Colorado Springs. Looking fire clearance to Phoenix.
Alright. We're on our way.
Southwest 5121 Denver Center, clear to Phoenix Airport, to Spring 6 departure, air vectors Black Forest, then file to maintain 10,000, walk 3735.
Yeah, it should be, this should be about a 2-hour flight.
Clear Colorado Springs,
right?
6 vectors, and as filed.
Would you mention playing the Boom Supersonic Overture when they're finished for United? Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. Although I think those are going to go very senior because of how cool it is. Like Park would like. So I would have to wait a little bit.
5120 on your back, call me for taxi.
Morgan. So Morgan is at a family event today, so that's why she's not here. And so is Tommy. Tommy's doing a weekend. A vacation for Memorial Day weekend. So yeah, it's just me today.
1964 flight heading.
Only flight for today? Yes, Jason.
Send to maintain.
I'm not planning on doing anything else. This is my last day off, so I'm not gonna. And my wife's home, so I'm spending as much time as I can with her. Are there people actually playing air traffic control? Yes, this is called VATSIM, Casey. So there's people that are trained to be actual air traffic controllers on a multiplayer sim, so you get the realism.
Denver Center, good morning. United 512 Heavy, passing through 7,000, climbing via.
United 512 Heavy, Denver Center radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 370.
I wonder if Oakland Center's
All
up.
the way up 370 for United 512.
No, it's just Denver. So we'll see.
Osprey 1964, maintain 210 knots, then descend to maintain 1000.
Let's do this. Let's do the announcements here.
Maybe 1000, 1964.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying
Osprey
with us.
1964, verify maintaining 210 knots.
Yeah, they are building a plant right now called the GSO International at the moment. Oh, Greensboro, Chris, that's awesome. This is so awesome. What is this called again? It's Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and VATSIM.
To become a member, you can enroll online at
That
united.com.
is really loud. Let me dial that back.
The captain has asked the flight attendants to remain seated for just a few more
KLM 601 Heavy, Lima Meyer Space Alexander's offline air services terminated. Frequency change for.
When Captain Karski turns off the sign, that will be indication it is safe to move about the cabin. If you're traveling with a small child or infant and the seatbelt sign goes on, they either have to be in their own seat with their seatbelt fastened or held securely on your lap. Please take care when opening overhead compartments, as contents may have shifted during our takeoff.
Osprey 1964, say air indicated airspeed.
You may now use all approved personal
I
electronic
am
devices.
lost control of airspeed, okay?
Alright, 31 for 32, 1,000 feet to go.
Cabins will be offering you a beverage service.
Roger, check your auto throttle and throttle as well.
Our beverage selection is listed in the Hemispheres magazine. In United Economy cabins,
Good morning, Joe.
beer and wine
Welcome.
are complimentary, but there is a charge
Ian,
for other
welcome.
types of alcohol. The only accepted form of payment is a credit card.
Osprey 1964 Heavy, turn right heading 290 vectors
As
for
well as
final.
the Mileage Plus Explorer Visa
290,
card.
964.
Midway through our
Oh man, I
flight,
should
we'll
have
be
flown out of
offering you a light
Chicago.
snack,
All of the
and
East Coast is
approximately 1.5 hours before
lit up
landing,
right now.
we'll be offering you another hot
But I want to
meal
do
service.
just a 2-hour flight to the West Coast, so
On this flight, we have an
it's
exciting
kind of
offer
worked
to
out.
apply for our Mileage Plus Explorer Visa card. Please ask a flight attendant for an application.
Alright, there's 32,000 feet. That's
We
what we're
ask that
set.
you use the lavatories
FNC
located
speed
in your
VNAV
ticketing cabin,
path.
and flight attendants are
RVSM
available
looks
should you
good.
need direction or assistance, and we thank you in
Transponder
advance
looks
for your
good. Oh,
cooperation.
I'm gonna make that.
Today's entertainment programming is on demand, and this aircraft is
Up
equipped
a
with
descent's
internet
gonna
for
be at
bridges. To learn
1853.
more about this service,
Time now
look at the card in your seat
is
back pocket,
24, so you got
the
about an
Hemispheres
hour
magazine,
and a
or turn
half
on your Wi-Fi
until we
enabled device.
touch down.
In
So
addition
now
to the installed entertainment system,
we can go
we have
here
a streaming video
and hang out.
service where
Actually,
you can access a selection of movies and TV
before I
shows
forget,
complimentary by using your Wi-Fi enabled laptop or personal device. Just go to www.unitedwifi.com. We'll try now to keep our announcements to a minimum. Go ahead, sit back, relax, enjoy the service that we have planned for you. We do request that
oh my
you keep
goodness,
your
this is the
seatbelt
longest.
American 1526 Denver Center air contact
Can I pay with
passport.
cash? Are you talking about the announcement, Snowy?
Osprey
You're doing Portland to
1964,
Boston.
I
Oh
need
man,
you
that's a
at
long
11,000,
one, Jason.
maintain 210
That's
knots,
very long.
and climb and maintain 11,000, Denver altimeter 3000.
H3000, 1000, Osprey 1964.
Michael Mitchell, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. All right.
Osprey 1964, turn right heading 350, expect a visual approach for runway 16 right.
Now we're in Q&A mode. Part of the reason why I do about 2-hour flights is to be able to answer y'all's questions about being a real world Boeing 737 pilot.
Fly heading 350.
So I do have to keep an ear out for air traffic control, but other than that, ask away. Oh, I need the music, Snowy. I need the chill stream music. That's what was missing. There it is. Started off with our favorite. You guys might recognize this from the intro. I forgot your credit card on the terminal. Well, we can't compensate. So, sorry. Just kidding. Andreas, thanks for the follow. Aiden, welcome back to another wonderful live stream on this beautiful Sunday morning. It is Sunday, right? Yeah, it is Sunday. Enjoy your flight. I'm off to church. See you later, Orlando. Enjoy your time at church. Hello, Morgan. How are you doing today?
United 512 direct to Wichita VR.
How's your graduation ceremony going? I didn't notice we didn't have music yet. Preoccupied with watching the climb out. It was actually I like it with VATSIM. It makes it interesting. So, Wafina, how do I get the crew announcement? It's a tool called Luke Air Tool. It's you can go, I think it's on flightsim.to or io. If you go to Level Flight Simulations, he's on TikTok and YouTube. His name is Tommy. He's the one that sims with me all the time, except he's on vacation right now. He's the one that showed me where to get it and how to install it. So if you have any questions about it, definitely go follow his page and ask him that question, because he's the VATSIM and all the cool mods and stuff I have on here. It's because of Tommy. Clams, thanks for the follow. Now we're talking, right, Snowy? Now we value it, especially now that I know how to give you guys this view. It's a pretty sick view, right? It's like we're passengers.
Views inside 1964.
What was his name again? With Pina here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. I'll put it in the chat for you all. I'll put it on both the other stream as well too. Let me just there we go.
1964. Expect a visual approach runway 16 right.
Report visual approach 16 right. Runway 1964.
For 1964, I need you left heading 350 immediately descend and maintain 1000.
There we go. I put that out there. That username is his name's Tommy. He's the one that sims with me. The one, if you watch my highlight reel about us streaming, that's Tommy. Tommy's sims as well, and is an aspiring pilot. And Tommy has a lot of good information about like Navigraph, SimBrief, VATSIM, and stuff like that. He has a lot of great content both on his TikTok and on his YouTube channel. When he does YouTube lives as well, or I'm sorry, I should say Red Lives. I'm trying not to say their names because Snowy and I have a theory that ruins my viewership.
Southwest 5121, runway 17 left, taxi via Mike, Golf Echo.
Morgan says, I'm heading to the ceremony. I want to stop and say, oh, thank you, Morgan. Thanks for stopping. Stopping in. I'll talk to you later after your after the ceremony. What's your ETA to San Francisco typically in Denver? It's about 2 hours. Greensboro, Chris. I try to target 2-hour flights because that's just the best time. It's not super long like us going to Hawaii. At the end of March, I took my first flight in 5 years on Southwest, and I got to sit right in front of the engine. And I love hearing the buzz of the CFM56. Yeah, they growl pretty good too, especially when it's a cold morning. They do growl. Brown-eyed girl, welcome to the live stream. We are currently flying from San Francisco. I keep doing that, from Denver to San Francisco on the PMDG Boeing 737. Oh yeah, Pirate. Yeah, Morgan's already graduated. Lena, Noah, welcome. Welcome everybody. We are currently just en route listening to some chill music while I answer y'all's questions about what it's like to be a real world airline pilot. Headed out to San Francisco. Oh, I forgot to ask Snowy, how's the audio? Microphone, lighting, everything crisp, looking good? Do I need to change anything? I wish there was a way I could privately, like, have a private live to just have a quick feedback session. Be like, does everything look good? Okay, good, go. I went to Baltimore and back non-revving. Oh, that's fun. That's another report. They have a Potbellies and a Chipotle in Baltimore, so that's my jam. What's up with the 737s blowing the white puff of smoke when they start? So Jason, that's usually, there's like, if you see white smoke, generally speaking, that is leftover oil, and that's just it, just kind of burning up and coughing out the fluids that were left in there after the last engine run. So that's pretty common to see. Now, if it's black or gray smoke, you probably need to let the flight deck know about that, because that's not good. And if it's a continuous stream of white smoke, also let the flight crew know. But that puff of white smoke is usually just like oil or some fluids that are just getting burned up during the engine start. Thank you, Snowy. I appreciate it. What plane am I flying? I'm flying the PMDG Boeing 737-800. Alright, Potbellies is good.
United 581
Absolutely.
Aspen for clearance into LAX.
Me and my dad are basic, so we just went to Chick-fil-A before our flight back home. I wouldn't blame you. The only reason I don't hit Chick-fil-A so much, especially in Denver, is because the line is usually wrapped around the terminal. Slug, thanks for the follow, I appreciate it. And Johnny Chavez.
United Express 15, United Express 5581 cleared Los Angeles International Airport. Lens 9 departure, lens then is filed. Maintain 16,000, squawk 0625.
Okay, so that's not me. Oh, that's not me.
581 cleared LA via Aspen 9 departure, 16,000. Squawk 0625.
Express 5581, read back correct. Just verify the lens 9 departure to lens.
Nope, that's not me.
Mike 9 departure.
I guess I need VATSIM map here. I always try Smashburger. Smashburger's good in Denver, but the line's always long. My go-to in Denver, 100%, is Qdoba. And then I go sit in there. That's my little secret spot. Don't tell anybody. It's behind the Qdoba there. People don't realize that there's a small seating area up there. While waiting at the gate before boarding, the captain came out and I noticed my dad's badge and asked, "How long until landing?" Gordon. Let me double check for you. It's about a 2-hour flight. We just took off, so hour 54 until we'll start our descent. We'll be on the ground at approximately an hour and 40 minutes. Hey Blakey, depart from 2, where are you headed to? I departed Denver International Airport and we're heading out to San Francisco International.
Southwest 1090, Denver Center, radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 260.
I'm looking at the graphics right now, because I'm monitoring my I almost said it, Snowy. I almost said it and ruined it. I'm monitoring the red stream and the purple stream on a separate device. I gotta say, on my phone, which is the red stream, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it looks like, because of the graphics, that someone's actually filming out their window. So I'm really glad that the graphics that are on my computer are translating to the stream. I think that's really cool. Johnny says I like the view. Yeah, me too. This is actually where I like to sit if I'm a passenger on the 737. Just because I like seeing the flaps and the engine. This was always my favorite seat. Not right over, because if you're right over, you can't see anything. And it was extremely cool. It caught me off guard. I was like starstruck. It was a great flight. Let's see if I were on the flight and he woke. Okay, so sorry, Snowy. Let me catch up with all the 3 here. I kind of missed them. While waiting at the gate before boarding, the captain came out and noticed my dad's badge and asked if we were on the flight. And so he welcomed us on board before boarding would visit the cockpit. Oh, cool. And it was extremely cool. It caught me off guard as I was starstruck. It was a great flight. That's awesome. Yeah, I try to do that too. If I see somebody, ooh, that was some serious turbulence. What the heck? If I see something like that, then yeah, like with a badge or uniform, I'll usually check in with them because I am a commuter as well. So I'm on my way to San Francisco as well. Well, good luck with your A320, Devin. Let me land first before you do. Soup Films, hello. Welcome to the live stream.
Southwest.
Currently en route to San
turn left,
Francisco.
heading 150, runway 17 left, clear for takeoff.
I noticed it here. Microsoft Flight Simulator graphics are epic. Yeah, they are. I mean, I expected them to be on my screen, on my monitor, but I didn't know if it actually carried over to the live stream. So it's really cool that it is carrying over. Southwest 1090. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I'll land before you, Devin. The amount of turbulence is usually the weather update. Oh yeah, with wind shift and stuff. Yeah, Tommy mentioned that as well. That's probably what it is. Sweet. Oh yeah, you see, I don't know if you guys can see the subtle glow around the back of my head through the hair. That's what that light's for. That's what that's why I'm not wearing a hat today, because the hat you don't really see the glowing outline. That's the whole. That's what That was the point of the light behind me.
581, we're ready for taxi.
You're on guard.
Express 5581, runway 33, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 33, 5581 Express. Via Alpha.
Hello, Jeffrey. Welcome back to another live, bud. Besides the engine view, I love sitting right behind the wing so I can hear the hum of the CF. Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah, that's a good point. That is an excellent point. All right. Let's see. What I could probably do, I can switch my smartwatch to my pilot watch there, and I can actually keep an eye on when we're supposed to, because it says, right, real Zulu time 1738. Yep, that matches. So top of descent's at 1854. Cool. That way, I don't have to stare at my watch this whole time or stay in here. So we got about, yeah.
United 1071, the minor space. So radar services terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, and copy the radar services terminated. Have a good day, United 1071. All right, go on Unicom.
Denver Center, American 1081. Looks like Denver.
Bye. Bill, hello, how are you today, my friend? Jeffrey, I'm doing great. How about you? Had a pretty good departure out of Denver on VATSIM. I'm going to Mexico in June 7th. Oh, that's cool. I just took off 10 minutes ago, so I will land. Oh, I will land. You will land way before me. Gotcha. Bye. Yeah, Johnny, I saw the first time. That's awesome. Where in Mexico are you headed to? Hey, Bill, ever toured an ARTCC? No, Mullen, I have not. That is something I've wanted to do. Eventually I'll tour Chicago, but I've done like local towers, but I've never done an ARTCC. That's pretty cool. Headed to Charlotte? No. No, actually the complete opposite direction. We're doing Denver, San Francisco today, Jeffrey. Oh, you working one? Oh, cool. Yeah, I have a couple. I know there's TJ, there's RAI. TJ is Houston Center, RAI is Washington Center. That's awesome. When was the last time I flew? A couple days ago. I've been thinking about getting a laptop for Flight Simulator. Any recommendations? Just make sure you have enough RAM and a good graphics card, Colleen. I've used NVIDIA. That's what I have on here. I have a 3060 NVIDIA GTX, and it's good. But just make sure you have enough RAM and stuff like that. But other than that, I can't really think of a processor or like a specific laptop. I had a an Acer. I can't even remember the brand. It's my old gaming laptop. It ran it pretty well. Been air traffic control for 28 plus years. Oh, that's awesome, Mullen. That's awesome. I've been a airline, well, I've been a pilot for 14. An airline pilot for coming up on 7. I have already answered that. Yes, I flew the 737 MAX in real life. I fly the 737 700, 800, 900, 900ER, MAX 8, and MAX 9. You're welcome, Colleen. It's a good question. I'm sorry I couldn't recommend anything specifically. I'm still learning about the PC gaming side of things. Liam, welcome to the live stream. Bayou, welcome. Those of you that are just joining, we're currently en route from Denver International Airport to San Francisco International Airport on the PMDG Boeing 737-800, which is a study level Boeing 737. This is not a real flight. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. But I am a real-world Boeing 737 pilot, which is why that's down below on the screen, because I get asked that a lot. So while we're flying en route, I'm here to answer your questions on what it's like to be a commercial airline pilot and about my career. So if you have any questions about the career, about the lifestyle, about the training, and whatever it took to get to where I am, ask away. That's the whole point of this TikTok page and this TikTok live. Jay, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. My cousin is an air traffic controller locally. He has to deal with commercial and military flights. Well, that's pretty cool. Mullen is a air route ARTCC controller, Air Route Traffic Control Center controller. On flight radar 24 yesterday, I saw UA straight 9 leaving Fort Myers, and its climb was a little shallow. Excuse me. Yeah, so snowy. It's kind of funny. So ER in the 900 ER stands for extended range. Ironically, okay, and this is backwards. So the 900 is supposed to have better performance, like engine-wise, but it doesn't. It has a better range than the extended range 900 ER, but the 900 ER has better engine performance. It's so backwards. Any tips for ground reference maneuvers? Those take practice. Lots of practice. Chicago spotter. Colleen, how long did it take for you from training until now, and how did you like it? So I started my training back in 2012 at a collegiate program. I did my glider license before that, but my professional aviation career started in 2012. By 2017, I was at a regional airline, so 5 years, and that includes a 4-year college degree, a bachelor's degree. And then from there, I spent another 5 years at the regionals, including the pandemic, to get to where I am today. So from 0 to major airline pilot, about 10 years. Yeah, Chicago spotter, I would just, all it does is practice. You'll get used to being able to set up the wind, like looking and figuring out from there which way the wind's coming, and then setting up. It just takes lots of practice. What's a normal cruise Mach speed? It depends, anywhere from like 7.4 to 8.0 usually. When's my next trip? It's tomorrow. It starts tomorrow, Jeffrey. Was it worth the salary? How much work you had to do beforehand? Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. And I also get paid to travel. You know, I get to travel the country for free, basically. Well, actually, I get paid to do it, so. Before C, did you ever have an ATC do flight deck training, like your company is a participating airline? No. I've had an air traffic controller jump seat for their observations, Mullen, but I've never had somebody come in and do flight deck training. Oh, wait, did you ever have an ATC do flight deck training? Oh, okay. Sorry, I misread that. Yes, my previous airline, they jump seated on us. All out of Alexandria because Fort Polk. Alexandria used to be England Air Force Base and now it's split commercial and military. Oh, okay. How long is the flight to San Francisco from Denver? About 2.5 hours. Looks like the aircraft in the simulation, that is one of my favorite airlines. Oh, that's good to hear, Jay. If you fly the friendly skies, so do I. Maybe I'll see you on one of my flights one of these days. Strange. When I was noticed the initial shallow climb, I was thinking of the performance of the 900 as you talked about before. Yeah, the 900 is a POS. I don't like flying them. It's terrible performance. You're welcome, spotter. No problem. Jump seat is flight deck training. Oh, okay. So yeah, I've had it once, not with my current airline, but with my regional. He was real cool. It kind of confused me at first because he's like, "Oh, I'm an air traffic control." I'm like, "Oh, yep." There's certain paperwork you have to have, so I had to look it up in my manual to make sure we had everything, make sure it was legal. It is a nice song, absolutely. I keep looking down at my phone because it's unbelievable, because I'm monitoring my streams from another device, and it's unbelievable how clear and realistic it looks, like on my phone. It's unbelievable. Neil Mack, thanks for the follow. Kyle, welcome. Neil Mack, thanks for the follow. I do appreciate it. This morning woke up to nearly 4,000 or 5,000 followers. We're about 40 short, so maybe we can hit that goal today. I do appreciate it. What add-ons am I using? Well, the big main one is VATSIM. VATSIM 100%. There's also, and you also need like the let me see what it's called down here. The fly-by-wire as well for model matching is something you need for VATSIM. And also I have Luke Air Tool, which is what I'm using for the in-flight announcements. I think that answered your question, or are you talking more about my stream, like my stream in general? Greensboro, I do. So Snowy and I have a theory with this. I'm not gonna say the actual name because we think that may lower my viewership because TikTok doesn't like the red guy or the purple guy. But tell you what, on the bottom left side of your screen, let me double check. Yeah, on the bottom left side of your screen, Greensboro, you could see my handles for the other two. So if you prefer to watch it on there, you can definitely go check that out and follow on there. The only difference is you won't see my camera because for whatever reason, the Logitech C920 doesn't like it when multiple programs are using the same camera. So if you're cool with not seeing my face or prefer it, more power to you. You can go check out those other two and I'll be streaming there. On the purple guy, I will tend to do more gaming other than just aviation, like Sea of Thieves and other different games, Skyline, stuff like that. And then the red guy, the red channel, I'm probably leaning more towards tutorials and like know-hows for the traveling public because I travel weekly. So lots of variety of different content. So Noah, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Cole, yeah, no problem, Cole. This is so cool. I could do this kind of thing for hours. Just need a better computer to handle it. Yes, I completely understand, Pubbers. I had, when I first started with Flight Simulator X back in the day, it was on my dad's work or desktop, home desktop HP, and it was not built to handle any of this. So it was an absolute nightmare running Flight Simulator X, and bless my dad's soul, he did as much as he could to that computer to get it to work for me. So I could do it, but everything was like basic graphics. I have a CyberPower, it's pre-built, a CyberPower desktop PC with a AMD 5700, NVIDIA GTX 3060 Ti, 1 terabyte solid state, and I want to say 16 gigs of RAM. And I'm already running out of the terabyte because of all the videos and stuff I do. So I may have to take it back to Best Buy and see if they can install another terabyte of solid state drive, see how much that's going to cost me. But yeah, it handles it great. Like right now, and this is why I like AMD. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 windows open. So 8 different programs running concurrently to make this stream happen. And it's handling it pretty well. So and also it helps I'm hardwired to my fiber optic internet as well. So that also helps as well. Thank you, Rubens, for the follow. Checking out the red play stream, it looks very impressive on a bigger screen. It does. That's what I'm viewing. Snowy, can you see like the reflections and stuff? I mean, it looks like, if I didn't know any better, like from my phone, it looks like somebody's live streaming from the actual airplane. So, Neil, can you simulate severe turbulence and walk through what to do to get to smooth air? I can't simulate it because we're in a real world multiplayer server, so I can't do anything wild on here other than my flight plan. But we usually won't get into severe turbulence because we have applications on our iPad, weather tools, as well as air traffic control and other pilots that call out. We tell people if we're having a bad ride, so we can have a tendency to avoid it. If we do get into severe turbulence, we're going to be slowing back to our penetration speed, and in this case, in the 737, it's not a speed, it's a thrust setting position. So we come down here to cruise, and we set our N1s up here to 87.2 in this case. If we were in descent or climb, it'd be 280 Mach 0.76, and we would either try to climb. We would let air traffic. Well, first we would seat the flight attendants and let everybody know to be seated immediately, and we would ask the air traffic controllers for a better ride. Is it lower? Or is it higher? Usually speaking, we can't laterally get around a turbulence area, usually because it's so big, but usually a change in altitude anywhere, 4,000 up or 4,000 down will give us enough room to find a good ride. That's usually what we're doing. What level, flight level? I'm at 320, ATC assigned, Devin. Can you give a simplified explanation of the process of knowing when to start your descent? Yes, Sofina, absolutely. So unfortunately, the simple part is kind of the most complicated part, but I'll try to keep it simple. On here, on the PMDG, it'll calculate what's called the top of descent for you, and let me see if I can find it for you. It's kind of far out ahead. Let me see if I can step to it. All right, you see right here, is it one more? Yeah, you see right here, this T of D, that's how the computer knows when that's what I base it off of. But if you don't have this program, let's say you're just trying to do it rudimentary, there's two formulas you're gonna need, okay? Because in the aviation industry, we always go by a 3-degree path, okay? So you take the difference in altitude, okay? So let's say you're at 25,000 feet and they need you to descend across a specific waypoint at, let's say 13,000 feet. That's a 12,000 foot difference. So you take 12,000, you divide it by 300. Okay, that's a 3-to-1 ratio. For every mile, we got to descend 300 feet by 300, and that'll give you the distance from the point. That's that point you have to cross at 13,000. That'll give you how many nautical miles you need to start your descent. So in this case, 40. All right, so 40 nautical miles. Now, the next thing is, how do I calculate how many feet per minute I need? Because it varies depending on your ground speed, okay? So what you do is you take your ground speed, which is up here. You see that right here in the upper left-hand corner. Multiply that by 5. So that would give us roughly, what's 400 times 5? So about 2,000, right? So that's 2,000 feet per minute. So you need roughly about 2,000 feet per minute. 40 miles prior to the fix is when you need to start your descent. So like I said, it's kind of complicated, but it's two formulas. Difference in altitude divided by 300. That's your distance from the fix to start descending. And then to figure out the feet per minute you need to maintain a 3-degree path is you take your ground speed and multiply it by 5. Hope that helps. I know that's probably a little more complicated than you wanted, but that's the honest to God way to do it. Oops. How's my center tank fuel? Okay, I'm gonna hang out in here until my center, because we'll get a master caution for the center fuel light here in a second. So I'll hang out here for a second. Yep, especially the engine. Yeah, understood. This is cool here and great quality. Yes, I enjoy it. You're welcome, Neil. To me, the coloring of the slats make it look real. Yeah, it does. How would you know when to contact San Francisco or Tower? They usually ping you, but if you have Volanta or another app that shows the airspace, it's usually pretty easy just to figure out where you're at in reference to them and just contact them before you get there. Domino's or Pizza Hut? I would probably have to say Pizza Hut. I used to be a big Domino's fan, but Pizza has a really good stuffed crust. You should explain the difference in nautical miles and statute miles. Of course. So a nautical mile is actually more or longer than a statute mile. A statute mile is 5,280 feet. A nautical mile is 6,000 feet. So if you travel 1 nautical mile, you're actually traveling 1.15 statute miles. So that's why there's a little discrepancy between nautical miles per hour and miles per hour. If you take 1.15 times your nautical mile, that'll give you roughly about how many miles per hour you're going. Tyrone. Hey, Tyrone. Oh man, your username says it all, unfortunately. And I'm so happy today. I mean, I miss Tommy in here, but I'm so happy today because I get to do this in person. So Tyrone, goodbye, sir. That was short-lived. Right. Sorry, guys. Like I said, my moderators today are taking their time or enjoying their time off. Or how do I say this? Enjoying their Memorial weekend. So it's just me here today. So Tyrone, goodbye. Grow up. That's such a bad, bad username. Wow, thanks for the great explanation. You're welcome. I hope that was simple. I hope that made sense. I know it's kind of complicated, but that's the real world way to do it. KSEN, this is the PMDG 800. I think that's a comma or a period. Punctuation, thanks for the follow. Tristan, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I see that you're on the purple channel as well. I'm also on there as well. So keep a lookout for me. I heard the Alpha Pies fly the 7.5 while the Tyrone, God, Tyrone needs to grow up. Big Dog says Oregon. I said Oregon. I am so sorry. Oregon says hello. Hello. Hello, my name is Maverick and I want to be a pilot. Are you one? If so, how hard is the schooling? Hello. I don't know if your actual name is Maverick, but if so, that's a pretty cool name. I am a real-world Boeing 737 pilot for a major U.S. airline. The schooling is challenging. You have to be disciplined and you have to study. There's no way around it. So as long as you have good motivation, passion for what you're doing, and you can work hard, then it'll be a piece of cake. Wow, right? Yeah. His next comment was talking about alpha pilots of this plane. Yeah, thanks, Snowy. Sorry, like I said, I didn't catch it because it was a little late on the pickup here. Yeah, me do 250 my flight plan at 320, but on 320 after I contacted center. Yeah, 250 was probably for spacing, Devin. Wefina, thanks for the Wefina, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I just bought the PMDG 800 yesterday. It's good. How realistic would you say it is? It's pretty realistic, as Snowy and Pyrep and some of my regular viewers have seen. It gets glitchy, especially when you're using an Xbox controller to fly it. So there are some bugs in it, but overall it's a really good model. Cam, no. I think, okay, sorry, for a second I almost blocked you, but I think you're talking about the haptic feedback seats. No, I haven't done that. Thanks, Cam, for the follow. Sorry, I just misread that. What he's talking about is they have like haptic feedbacks, so it feels like you're actually flying the airplane, but I don't really use those. Yes, Maverick is my real name. I just don't know where to start. Maverick, if you go to my TikTok page and go to the video, it's pretty new, so it should be towards the top. It's called How to Become an Airline Pilot in Steps, and that's gonna I walk you through. It's 10 steps on how to be an airline pilot. Worth every penny? No, I agree, Pirate. Absolutely, I love my PMDG. In fact, this is the only airplane I fly on the sim because I don't know how to fly any other ones. Worth every penny, I think. Tell them about your medical clearance you have to maintain to fly. Yeah, we do have to maintain medical clearance. It's even more strict for air traffic controllers, I've heard. But basically every year we have to go through a variety of medical tests to ensure that we are safe to fly. So, Colleen, I did go the CFI route. Yes, I often recommend that to the people who ask. It's the most consistent way of getting a paycheck and flight hours. And honestly, being a CFI was the highlight of my career. So, I absolutely love being a flight instructor. Mavo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. If that's your real name, I'm not even sure you need to apply. They might just give you a slot. That's very true, Pirate 58. If your name is Maverick, automatically given a pilot's license. One day you should try to learn a new plane on stream. Yeah, throw me into one of the fly-by-wire Airbuses and see how that goes. Is a company they sell a transducer software. I've heard a lot of guys talking about it. Yeah, Cam, I haven't even heard of it, but yeah, I haven't tried it. I'm still flying around with an Xbox controller, so. Alright. We're looking good. We're just hanging out in this view right now, y'all, just because my center fuel tanks are about ready to go, and then when they go, then I'll just turn off the center fuel tanks. See what it looks like out the window. Flying over the Rockies. It looks great. Devin, I'm about an hour and 20 minutes out. I can't see myself on Atlanta, but that's fine. I can see myself on Batson. You're an hour and 45. Yeah, that's good. That means you're far enough behind me. Oh, not Tommy. Snowy. I was just thinking, that's probably why people were asking whether or not this was a real flight or not. I didn't even think about that. The graphics might just make it difficult for people to discern whether or not it's a real flight or not. Music Man, welcome to live stream. Did any airspaces open up yet? No, as far as I can tell on Volanta, Denver Center was the last one west. Everybody on the East Coast is hopping. I probably should have done like a Chicago, Newark flight, but I don't like flying into Newark in real life, so I didn't want to simulate flying into it. Atlanta really buggy on my iPad, so that's another thing I hopefully eventually need to fix. Thanks for answering. I'm getting my pilot's license now. Oh, congratulations. Can't imagine being a CFI. That's why you go through a training course, Colleen. They don't just slap you with a CFI and say, go start teaching. It takes practice. It does. And that's part of the training. So maybe by the end of your CFI, but the CFI is the easiest route in terms of getting hours to go in the airline. So if your goal is to be an airline pilot, I would highly suggest being a CFI because that's the most common route. It's easy to get hours in a paycheck doing it that way. But if it's not your main goal and you want to do some or other charter or something as a career, then you can look outside of that. You do a good job keeping your company secret, but there are Easter eggs to figure it out. Oh yeah. Yeah, Mullen, the only reason why I don't want to be mistaken for a spokesperson for my airline, because I'm not. And honestly, if you look at my TikTok page, there's nothing on there no controversial opinions other than the fact that the earth isn't flat, chemtrails aren't real, and Bigfoot's a 50-50. But other than that, there's nothing on there that's going to get me in trouble. Everything is about aviation in general. But in the case that someone would mistake me as a spokesperson for the airline I work for, that's why I say that. So I'm not trying to hide it. I just don't openly state who I work for that reason. So if you go to my TikTok and you happen to see the airline I work for, not a big deal. Colleen says, thank Kevin for training. Yeah, it does. You know, it does take practice. You do a whole course about fundamentals of instruction. So, hey, Steph, how's it going? How's the Mooney Bravo? 600 pounds or 60 pounds left. Excuse me. No center tank here. Some of y'all have some interesting usernames. I was just looking at all the different the stream usernames. There's some interesting ones. There we go. All right, so it's the right side. So I accidentally clicked that. Nope, go back. All right, now I'm just gonna turn off. Nope, turn off the left one. There we go. Let that drain out a little bit. Work. We should come out of maintenance midweek. Hubby will be home from 32 days of flying. 32 days of flying, good lord. That's long. Let's see. I have 3 neighbors who are pilots, Delta, FedEx, Prior United, and others who are flights lifeguard. Oh, those are cool jobs. You have clever viewers. Yeah. Did any airspace open up yet? No, not yet, Snowy. This rotation is 32 days on and 12 at home. Good lord. That's a long way. Excuse me. That is a long time away from home. Hey, Wyatt. Welcome back. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself? All right. Fuel tanks are out. All right. And my dog is freaking out in the background because my dog is my dog. So anytime she's left alone in the, like, if for example, my wife's probably outside doing something in the yard, and if my cattle dog is not out there, she freaks out. So if you guys hear any that's what's going on in the background. Yep, I run Rebiz and photography biz along with take care of everything. Yep. Independent, that's the life of being a pilot wife. Absolutely. Do your viewers get free tickets? No, for the love of God. I've had this happen already. One of the viewers from my live stream reached out via DM and asked for discounted tickets that's not even on my airline. Please don't do that. Not only is it an industry faux pas, we work very hard for our benefits, and it's for our immediate family only, so we're not going to be giving them out like discounts willy-nilly. It's not how that works. So please do not go into airline pilots DMs on here and request free tickets, please. Real estate. Oh yeah, real estate's a good business to get into. I've thought about it a couple times. It's alright, I have 6 dogs, so I'm used to it. Yeah, that's just what she does. That's what she does. I would have blocked them. No, I just kind of explained it to him, Steph, because honestly, people don't know any better. So hopefully, if we get the information out about it, they'll stop doing it. But yeah, it's kind of like I said. It's kind of, to us, it's kind of rude. It's like asking for money, basically. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah, yeah. See, Snowy, people who non-rev and people who are in the industry know that's not a thing. You're not supposed to do that. But you know, there's a lot of other people that don't. So you don't go to dinner and ask the waiters for the employee discount. That's very true. That is very true. Like I said, some people just don't know. You know, there's that line of etiquette, because that's really what it is. It's etiquette. There's nothing like physically wrong with asking, but there's that social etiquette, that etiquette of saying, hey, this is not a good idea. Gosh, I've had friends I didn't know I had asked for buddy passes. Well, that's another thing. I've never used buddy passes. So at my airline, you can convert your buddy passes to add an extra person, and that's what I did. And I added my brother because slots were full before that. I've never used buddy passes. Buddy passes, especially to people that you don't know very well, are a good way to lose your travel privileges, which is not fun. So I've never used mine. Mullen, I was in 1st grade. I have my benefits until the 19th. Hope I get hired by Southwest for CS by then. Yeah, maintain those benefits. Yeah, benefits are nice, especially for gallivanting around the world. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go comfort my dog real quick, because she's getting kind of worked up. But give me just a second, and I'll be right back with you all. But I'm gonna go take care of her real quick. All right, I am back here. The old dog just needed some lovin's is all, which is pretty standard. I don't know why she, like, when we're not home, she doesn't freak out like that, but if she knows that we are here and outside without her, she gets upset because she likes being outside. All right, so make sure I'm back on both here. All right, good, looking good. Or UA, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Hello, pilot, how's it going? Looks like a crater out there. Yeah, we might be approaching. What's the one out here? There is a pretty big crater going west out of Denver. Thanks for the follow, pilot. How will we know what runway they're using at San Francisco for arrival? Devin, use DATIS. Devin needs a little practice with the rural piloting. I think they do training through VATSIM too, so you might want to check that out. As of right now, they're showing they're landing ILS 28 right and 28 left. I've never heard this song. Let's see what this is. Let's check what this is. This is Coding All Night. Yeah, I saved this one too. Snowy, this is the other one that we vibe to. No sense of humor. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it. What am I based in? Oh, my... Okay, hold on. I gotta do another... I knew it. It's my background light for if it's on more than 80% or more than 85%, it freaks out even though it's plugged in. So give me just a second. I'll fix that again. All right, I am back. I've fixed that crisis there. Like I said, the blue light that you see, you can kind of see it on my hand. It's a backlight back there, but if it goes for whatever reason, even though it's plugged in, if it goes more than 80%, it has a tendency to shut off, even though it's hooked up into the wall, because it's a combination of battery and charging. So just got to leave it. That's at 65%, and you still kind of get the blue tint, so it works out pretty well. I am okay with that. All right. Let's see. How much longer do you have on this flight? About an hour. We'll be starting our descent here in about 40 minutes. We'll be on the ground about an hour, 4 minutes. Is there a website for the last question I asked? I don't know, Devin. I use my iPad, so I'm not really sure. Tommy from Level Flight Simulations he says he uses D-ATIS, so there might be something online you can look up in Google. Why we are flying from Denver to San Francisco International. Steph, I don't know. You mentioned that it looks like there's a crater out there, and I mentioned that I think there actually is a crater out here somewhere, and he was trying to tell you that I don't have a sense of humor. So probably just an in with the conversation with you is what he was trying to do. There you go. Devin, Pirate 58 says use SkyVector. That's a really good use of resources. I didn't even think about that. Or ForPlate if you have the subscription. Yeah, I use JepFD because that's it's company provided, so I just use my work iPad. All right, now we got that off. We're gonna start a descent. What did I say? In 57 minutes or about 40 minutes. Now we can go back to this view. Nope, that view. There we go. Curtis Hollywood, welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome. Cooper, welcome to the live stream. And Steph, welcome back to the live stream. Nothing's really changed. We're just still en route to San Francisco. Validated Inc. Thanks for the live. I love the name. Thank you. Just Aegis. Well, that's a username. 300, 2 cars, 248. Welcome. I use Navigraph. Navigraph's another good one. That one is a subscription, but yeah, I know Tommy uses that as well. like I said, I have access to real world charting, so I don't use Navigraph or SimBrief or anything like that. I just go into my iPad. I don't know if you ever said or not, but what are the names of your dogs? Oh, my German Shepherd name is Aries, and my cattle dog's name is Jackie. They're both rescues, so Jackie is the name that she recognized. She was a year old when we adopted her, so we stuck with that name because she knew that name. And then we got Aries when he was 10 weeks old. They called him Mercury, and I was like, no, we're gonna call him Aries. If you were streaming on the other channel, I would give you... I am, actually, Devin. I currently am. I am streaming on 3 platforms as we speak. Those are cute names. Yes. Jackie is definitely a Jackie. Aries he's getting better, but he's kind of he's not as fearsome as you would think an Aries would be, but they're both great dogs. I love them. They add to the family dynamic. They're always, it's always, if you don't have dogs, if you do get them, they're, they're very entertaining. I honestly can't even remember what my life was like without them. Alright, I just realized I gotta do a couple things to set up my commute while we're cruising here. Monster Energy, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see what time I gotta commute tomorrow. I was just thinking about that. Ooh, that's a 9:54 report. Okay. So, yeah, I gotta be on the first flight out tomorrow morning. Let's go. I have rescue terrier corgi mix. Oh, her name is Josie. That's a good name too. She's show attached. Yes. My cattle dog and I are really close, and because I'm the one that trains them, so, or the disciplinary, they both love my wife. But so my German Shepherd and I, he just turned 3 in January, so him and I are getting closer and closer because he's not misbehaving and stuff as much as he used to. Changing my departure airport to San Francisco, kind of bumpy on the way out. Oh, great. That's what I need going in. I have a Pit Chocolate Lab named Remy. That's also a good name. Pit Chocolate Lab. That's a good mix. Validated Inc. I am landing in San Francisco. San Francisco International Airport. Sorry, guys. I'm looking up my commute flight for tomorrow to see if there's seats. To see, because this last week it was bad trying to get to work, so I'm curious to see if it's going to be the same thing tomorrow. Let's see. Oh, okay. It's advertising. Let's see how many seats there are. 11. Okay, there's 11 seats right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's going to change overnight, but at least I know there's somewhat of a shot. Let me go list for that real quick before we start our descent. On the purple channel, Devin, if you look at the bottom left of my screen, right, bottom left, there's 2 icons down there with both handles on there. It's the same as it is on here, Captain Bill Official. No way, it is so hard, but to try to not say those names, it's just, it like rolls off the tongue. Steven Silva, welcome. Welcome to the live. Currently answering questions about what it is to be a real-life airline pilot while trying to book my commute for tomorrow and flying a Microsoft Flight Simulator en route to San Francisco International Airport. So welcome. Where's my travel button? Here it is. Let's see. Chicago for tomorrow. Was Brett? I was not military, no. I was all civilian. T, welcome to the live stream. John, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, no problem, Brett. It's a good question. For all of you that are just joining, my name is Bill. I am a first officer on the Boeing 737 in real life for a major U.S. airline. Currently, we're live streaming a Microsoft Flight Simulator flight from Denver to San Francisco. We'll be landing in approximately an hour real time. And while we're listening to relaxing music, beautiful views, I'm answering your questions about what it's like to be an airline pilot. Validating Inc. is asking, how many years have I been flying? I've been flying for 14 years. Validating Inc. I've been flying since I was 15. I've been an airline pilot for 7 of those, or coming up on 7 of those years. Brett, I'm gonna use this as a warning. We really don't talk about that here because it's not flat, and chemtrails isn't real. Bigfoot's is a 50-50, so that'll be your fair warning, but we don't really talk about that here. Just that it's not the chat to do that in the live. So, but the answer is no, and I'll just give you that one. How many days out of the week are you away from home? It depends on my schedule, Jaden. Generally speaking, we have anywhere from 11 to 18 days off a month. It just depends on the month. How do you do a cold start in the PMG? Because when I spawn on the gate, all the electronics are already on. If you go to the FMC, hit menu, or the flight computer, hit menu. On the right side, you should see panel state load. Go in there to page 2 and select cold and dark with GPU and execute. What happens if you miss your commuter? I have 2 flights to get out there. If I miss both of them, it's non-punitive. I just get removed from the trip and I don't get paid for the trip. So it's called the commuter policy. Most airlines have it. No, Brett, that's fine. I get that question all the time, but the difference is between a genuine question and a troll, because I block trolls or roast them, as Snowy has seen in my previous streams. So as long as if you're seriously asking, the answer is no. We'll leave it at that. But if you troll, then that's something completely different. I'm respectful as long as you're respectful. Let's just put it that way. Are you looking to upgrade when I get the opportunity? Curtis, right now I don't really need to be in the left seat. I am eventually going to become a captain. I just need, since I commute, I want to make sure I'm going to have a good quality of life before I move over to the left seat. So as of right now, it doesn't look like it, probably for the next 5 years. How long until you can make captain? Right now, I can be a captain in Chicago on the 737, but I'm not doing it because of quality of life. Does it stay like that, or do I have to go to the flight computer every time? That's its default setting, so you have to go to the flight computer every time, Carson or Kaysen. I haven't found a setting that allows it or switches it. Let's see. Devin says, shoot, I can't subscribe because of your non-affiliate. Oh, I don't even know how to do that yet, Devin. I'm not even entirely sure. I have such a small channel over there, so. Adam, Captain Bill, fine, I can watch and not be at work. Oh, good, Adam. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Okay, so I booked the first flight. Now I need to go book my other flight. Have I flown to Brazil? No, the closest I've ever got was Quito, Ecuador. I did that from Houston last summer. That was a really cool overnight. Let's see, tomorrow's the 29th. Hello, Keandre, welcome back. Hello, hello. We are currently Denver to San Francisco, about an hour out from landing in San Francisco. What are you using, Xbox controller or yoke or joystick? I use an Xbox controller, scores. What happens if an engine goes down? Sorry about the question. I was playing captain. I don't know what you're asking. What do you mean if an engine goes down? You mean at altitude? Drift down procedures and then divert to the nearest suitable airport. Sweet, got it, thanks. Yeah, sorry, Kaysen, I haven't figured out, because I like doing from cold and dark as well. I have not figured out, other than going in and loading it. Once I load in, I don't think there's a default setting. I think that's just how it spawns at the gate. I'm playing on PC, scores. I'm not on Xbox. The way you got defense about my question, raise a flag with me. World is flat, folks. Oh, Brett. Oh, buddy, you were doing so well. Glad you got your moment, but sayonara, my friend. Blocked. You never know with people. I thought he was gonna be cool, but I guess not. It sucks, you know? You guys that, you know, and guys and gals in here and people that, you know, seem like they're gonna be pretty chill and they do stupid stuff like that. So, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Bye. Snowy knows. Snowy knows way too much. How do you know how to fix my avionics? It comes and goes on my Xbox One. I don't play on Xbox scores, so I have absolutely no idea. It might be a glitch with the Xbox, especially with the PMDG, since the PMDG just came out a couple days ago. So, I'm sorry, I can't offer any help there. I'm not a PMDG expert either. I'm still learning. This is only my 7th flight in the PMDG. What speed do I fly at? It depends on the cost index, but I think right now I'm doing about 7.5 Mach. Oh, the second flight not looking too good, but it looks like I'm senior to everybody on the list, so that's good. I'll take that. I know everything. Joking. Yeah. Well, see, he was doing okay, and he was like, I got defensive. It's like, no, it's just, my big thing is misinformation. Like, I don't want you coming up in here with people who legitimately want to know things about the aviation industry in real life and sit here and tell me that the Earth is flat or that we launch chemtrails, because neither is true. There's no legitimate proof of either, because it's not true. Because I can see the curve. I've seen the curvature from 410, you know, stuff like that. So it's a waste of time. It just doesn't really do anything for the stream. So that's why you get blocked. Are you using a laptop or desktop? No, Scores, I am not on a laptop. I am on a full-blown PC. No, I'm at 320. I'm at 32,000 feet, validated ink. So like I said, you can come in. It doesn't matter if that's like, if he had that one genuine question and I said no, and then he just left it, that's fine. I'm not saying you can't have those views. You can think the Earth is flat. You can think chemtrails exist. But I'm not going to get in an argument with you. You can just come here and chill with the rest of us. And if you have a legitimate question about aviation, then feel free to ask it. But other than that, I'm not here to get in an argument with people about that. East Coast is active. Yeah, I know. Today would have been a good flight to go to the East Coast, but I want to do Denver, San Fran. Why the Xbox controller, not the yoke? Because I'm not entirely sure this is going to be my main stream content. Since I'm doing it across, you know, there's different channels. I do play other games. And also I need a bigger desk. So if I'm gonna get a full like blown setup, I have to start off with my desk and my setup. So little steps, just not right now. Thanks for answering my questions. I'm trying to see if I can invest the PC or just upgrade to the newer Xbox. Yeah, I have Xbox too. I play that. I just don't play Microsoft Flight Simulator on there. Jonathan, we are about 20 minutes from starting your descent, so probably about 40 minutes out. Nope, sorry, 50 minutes out. 50. Ryan, thanks for the like, I appreciate it. Sorry, y'all, I'm setting up my commute for tomorrow. That's why I'm looking down. And for those of you on the other channel, it doesn't matter because you can't see me. How was the game last night? Oh, it was overall. I'm sorry, hold on, I think I skipped Pyrep's question here. Is there a way to default cold and dark when I get back to my CL? Let you know. Okay, yeah, I don't think there is. I haven't found one yet. Snowy says, Bill, how was the game last night? It was good. We were tied. We went into extra innings, but then we went down. We went from being tied and holding them the entire game to losing by 4. But the fireworks was nice, so. Oh, there is a way? Okay. Yeah, if you could tell us, Pirate, that'd be great, because I haven't found one yet. Welcome, Brant. I just defaulted yours. Oh, good. Good, Kason. Was it in the actual PMDG control center? Or what was it? If you don't mind me asking. I know nothing about sports, but it all sounds good. Yeah, it was just basically when we were tied, so they had to go into sudden death, basically. It was in the flight computer. Oh, okay. Brant, if you go to my TikTok, I don't openly say who I work for, but it's pretty obvious. I don't remember off the top of my head. Well, no, the flight computer. Oh, is there a way to set it up as a default? I think Kason is saying it's in the FMC. I may have to investigate that when I get to San Francisco. How far is my commute to Chicago? It's about an hour-and-a-half flight. He is right, Pirate? Okay, yeah. Like I said, I just go in and select it every time. Okay, let's see. I'm all set up for my commute flights tomorrow. Go to PMDG setup and then state save and do cold and dark and hit execute. Oh yeah, that's what I told you to do. I'm asking if you default it, like once you come back in, it will still be on. I thought that's what you were asking. Can you explain if you're not busy how to use the flight planner or to use ILS and navigation? Are you talking about the flight planner? Well, the flight planner on Microsoft Flight Simulator, you pick the departure gate and departure or like arrival, and then you go to high altitude VOR or high altitude routing, and that'll give you a real world routing. But that doesn't automatically load into your PMDG 737. You still have to manually go put that in the FMS. Why don't you go fly a real plane? I do fly a real plane. God. Some stupid questions on here today. I just spawned off a different gate and it was cold and dark automatically. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, so I do it through the FMC too, but for whatever reason, anytime I log in, it's usually on. So maybe it's something. He does. Bye. Thank you, Snowy. Yeah, so there's this cool thing, user 40418. It's kind of like the real life Boeing 737. Not really. I wish there was a block. Where is he? There he is. And what's that? Is this probably another airline industry person? I get the most hate from other airline people, which is annoying. All right, there's the block. And here comes the mute. Oh, Matt Davis. Oh, his name's in his username. Huh. Nice. Mute. Like I said, I've already had to block like an American Airlines Airbus captain, which was kind of sad. Can you show me the FMS? That's the FMS. So you have to go in there. There's a lot of tutorials online, and eventually, I think Tommy's going to set one up too, level flight simulations. He has one in the works, but that walks you through this. So basically, to put the route in, you go to route, you put your origin, your destination, and then you put in the route points that you use on the navlog in here. Activate and execute, and that's how you put the flight plan in. Adam says, could you explain what regionals are, and does every pilot start there? So regional airlines are kind of like the first step to get to, one of the first steps to get to a major airline. Those are the people that fly like Embraer 175, 145, CRJ 200, 700, so the regional jets. And what the regionals do is they serve the smaller markets, so like the smaller airports with lower passenger loads, and gets those people to the major hubs like Chicago, to where mainline pilots like myself can then fly them to the bigger destinations. So their regionals are kind of an integral part to getting passengers from the smaller cities to the big hubs. Have I flown with your boy Jet Clipper? No. He's a different base. I've talked to him, but I've not met him. He's a different base. It's sad that some of the trolls come inside the house in the aviation world. Yeah, you figure it'd be a little more supportive. Is Tommy thinking about getting his PPL? I think so. I believe that's what Tommy's talking about. Jacob, we appreciate what you do for us student pilots. Thanks for the encouraging content. Oh, absolutely, Jacob. I'm glad I could help. Do you know what every button on the cockpit does? Yes. Of course, that's part of my job of being an airline pilot, is knowing what everything does. All right, information Charlie's now current at San Francisco. Still landing to the west. Altimeters are still 2994, so nothing major. Nothing major. All right. All right, let me see. No, it's still too far out to check in for that. Snowy, so far I think you're right in terms of our theory, or the theory that you mentioned to me yesterday. I think you're 100% right. 100%. Because we're holding on to more viewers today than we did yesterday, so I don't know if that's a coincidence but I think you're right. Always calm music and then a sparkle of intense music. Yeah, always at the most like non-intense times. Casey says, what does it mean when you say radio taxi IFR with echo? Why do you say with echo? So we don't actually say IFR in the airlines. They know we're IFR. Echo is the weather information code. So anytime there's a new hourly report on weather, it has a letter identifier. So information echo is the 5th weather or the 5th cycle of that weather. So it lets the air traffic controller know that we have the current weather for the airport. So for example, if San Francisco, what is this airplane doing? If San Francisco went online and I would check in with them, I'd say, you know, descending via the Diamond 5 with Charlie, and that lets them know I have weather information, Charlie. Adam says, if you don't mind me asking, do you know what the average salary of a regional pilot is? No, I don't actually. It sounds silly, but I don't. It varies between each airline, and with the amount of changes that we're seeing in the industry right now, I actually don't know what the average salary is, because it's way more than what I made when I was a regional pilot. So the best way you can look, Adam, is if you Google it. There's some websites that'll have the average salary on it. I just don't know it off the top of my head. I hope so. How long till I land, Blakey? About an hour. So you say that basically so they don't need to tell you the weather since you already know. Well, it's our responsibility as pilots to pick up that weather information. So we just let them know so they know we have the current weather. Otherwise, they're going to ask us, do you have the current weather information? 88 an hour pirate, that depends on the airline. So that may be like whoever that is, but that's not specific to another airline, because what I make as a first officer at a major airline is not the same as someone who says, you know, I don't know, work at Delta or what's the other one, Delta or American. So it just depends. All right, let me check Volante real quick, make sure there's nobody else up here. That should be me over. Nope, that's 397. Where am I? Okay, we're just getting out of Utah here. Let me make sure nobody else is up. I don't think anybody else is up here. No, everybody's offline, so we're all in Unicom. On this game, do you have to wait the entire flight time? Yes, when you're in VATSIM, you're not allowed. It's real time. If you're just on a normal, like, standard server where it's just you, then you can accelerate the time. You can't do it with VATSIM. Good thing you don't have to deal with Cranky Pants Denver Dispatch again. He was okay. He was just a little intimidating because he's probably on top of his game. He's probably just really good at VATSIM. It's just I was listening to it and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to mess up. Wait, you can hold captain as a first year FO. That's impressive. Yes. The upgrade time right now is as soon as you're off probation. So this is a new song, Snowy. That's what I like about the stream radio, is it injects newer songs in there. Any crazy stories while flying? Not really. Generally speaking, this job is pretty mundane. I've had some interesting ones, like I got struck by lightning going into Pittsburgh a couple months ago, but that's pretty much it. How do you accelerate the time? That's a good question. I remember in Flight Simulator X there was like a thing. I don't actually know. Oh, right here. I think there might be options up here. I'm not going to do it though because I'm in VATSIM, so don't want to do that. All right, what am I showing for bottom? Still, actually, let me set this up. We're always a little heavy, but that's fine. 152. Let's see. What did I say the winds are doing down there? Basically straight down the runway, a little off. Yeah, so we'll just go straight up 5. We'll do this to get ready. Horses are 284. That checks. Cool. All right, we're over Codale. In Inouye or Inyo is the beginning of the arrival. So I already checked all the points in there, and it connects right up from Archie for the ILS. So I'm just gonna set 1800 feet at Aximal, which is the final approach fix, because VNAV is gonna handle us all the way down. I am headed to San Francisco. Just about to start our descent here. There's 1800, and actually, let me make sure this is in here to kind of help out the autopilot a little bit. 2 9er, oop, 9er 4. Currently about it's recalculating top of descent. About 15 minutes from top of descent, 100 miles. With a nice headwind, so that should work out pretty well. The flight has been going by fast. Yeah, it's been a good one, and it's a short one. It's not like the one that Tommy and I did the other day, where I thought it was going to be short, but we did San Francisco to Lihue, Hawaii. That was a long stream. Also, it's because Tommy and I have been working out the system where we're actually set up before we get in, so we don't spend an hour getting ready on the stream, because it takes for us about an hour to set up the actual cockpit and get ready to go, especially because there's only one of us in each airplane. So I just do that ahead of time before I go live. So that's also why the stream is going faster. Heading means direction, right? That is correct. Yeah. So if you're given a heading, it's a certain, like a compass is a circle. There's 360 degrees. It's a certain heading on that compass, where 0 or 360 is north, 180 is south, 090 is east, 270 is west. Okay, since I don't know enough to have this PMDG, got some studying to do. It is a study level airplane. So the only reason I can do all this by memory is because I fly this airplane in real life. I know everything. Not everything. That's kind of cocky to say. That's kind of arrogant to say. I don't know everything, but this is what I do as a job. So, and actually, off to the right, you see that circle there? That's Mammoth Lake. There's some cool little dormant volcanoes in that lake. Very picturesque in real life. You're welcome, Validated Inc. Let's see. I already got it set to 1800. It should descend on its own. I'm going to start the descent down a little prior because we do this in the real airplane too. It helps kind of ease over the descent. Brent, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Ugh. Big Jake, welcome to the live stream. Turner, welcome to the live stream as well. You guys are coming in a pretty good time. We're just about ready to start our descent into San Francisco. Almost said somewhere else. San Francisco. So, almost there. So no harm. Yeah. Let's see. Snowy, will you be doing a manual auto land today? Good question. I'm feeling like an auto land just because it quits with the drama, but because I think, and I actually didn't tell you guys about this. So I think what was going on with the auto lands, because anytime I was doing an auto land, it was doing something really weird. And what it was, and let me make sure this is off actually. Yes. So this setting right here, AI auto trim, I was turning that on to help with departure. And what I found out, Snowy and viewers, is that this was actually counteracting the actual PMDG trim, the autopilot trim. And when I clicked off the autopilot, it was auto trimming, which was, it was screwing me up. So that's why I turned it off. At 400 feet on an auto land, we call it a mistrim bias. This thing will trim back a couple units just in case of a go around, because the autopilot applies to go around on an auto land. And I think what was happening is there was that mistrim in, and then when I would click off the autopilot to kind of try to save the landing, or even with the autopilot on, the AI autopilot trim, or the AI auto trim, was fighting the autopilot trim. So that's why it was getting wonky. And that's what I did going into Albany, and it seemed to work fine. So we're going to test it out. More of testing a theory today. to see if it'll do it. Brant, you do not have to go to college to become a pilot. You don't have to have a degree anymore. It's only preferred, and you don't need a degree to become a pilot. So, no. Am I descending? No, not yet. I'll be sending Devin in about 75 miles. Probably closer to 50 miles. $58. Yeah, I'll check back in about 5 minutes. So 52. There we go. There's that view. Yeah, I'm hoping it does snow because, like I said, I did that in Albany, our last stream, where I got the decent landing in there. So that because after that nightmare landing in Lahui, Tommy and I did a debrief after we were off live, and I mentioned that, and I was like, ooh, I wonder if that, because the PMDG is as accurate as it is, has those features built into it, I would assume. So like every other flight assistance thing you have to do on this airplane, you have to turn it off, because if the PMDG, you turn on all the assistance stuff, it's not going to fly right. It's not going to track nav courses. It's not going to, it's just hard. So just turning everything off seems to be the trick. How can you see how far I am, how far out I am? If you go to your FMC, you go to Prague, right here, it shows you your time, estimated time of landing, which is roughly about 40 minutes or so. Let's see, 30 minutes, excuse me, 33 minutes. And then your top of descent's right here. So I'll start my top of descent at 58 after, so in a couple minutes. And about 65 miles out. Lewis or Lois asked, what age would you recommend to start flight school? I wouldn't start flight school, like powered flight school, until you're 16. You can't solo until you're 16. You can't get your private pilot airplane single engine land until you're 17. So if you start any earlier than that, you're just going to waste money waiting and staying current while you're waiting to solo. So I'd say the earliest, I would probably say 16. I started when I was 14, but I did my glider's license first. A little bit different. How many years do airlines use planes until they decide to retire them? It depends on the cycle and the maintenance on them. Validated Inc. It just depends. They last a lot longer than cars. Starbucks or Dunkin'? I'm actually gonna have to go with Dutch Bros. I had Dutch Bros for the first time in Phoenix last week, and it was really, really good. Where does it say 60 miles out on the map or FMS? Right there, Prague. Right here, where it says top of descent score. Right there, 1858, 58 miles from the top of descent. I'll be landing at 1921 Zulu, so roughly about 31 minutes. Or 50, 10, 20, excuse me, 21 minutes. Wait, is that right? 10 minutes and 10, that's 20, it's 10. No, 31 minutes. How long would it take to get your private pilot's license? It depends on the program. There's accelerated programs out there. KDEN, I did mine in 141 or it's actually a 61 add-on in about 3 or 4 months. There's programs out there that said they can get you your private in a month. So it just depends. I have a business degree. Can I still become a pilot? Yeah, it doesn't have to be an aviation degree. It's just you don't need a degree period anymore to be an airline pilot. Well, it says, okay, that's what I've been told. I'm 14. I was told to wait a little. Yeah, that's way too early, because what'll happen is you'll get through all your flight training, but then you'll have to stop at soloing because you can't solo until you're 16, and then you don't want to get rusty and have to repeat. So then you're just gonna be spending money on doing practice flight. It's a waste of money. But what you can start doing is just practicing on like Microsoft Flight Simulator and stuff like that. That's what I did when I had to wait until I could start my flight training. Las Vegas Tower is on, but I'm not going to Vegas. Maybe I need to do that flight again, or go there somewhere. What's the salary of an entry-level pilot? You're gonna have to look it up. It varies between the airlines. It's not all the same. Is there, or if there are 2 pilots on an international flight, can one sleep while the other one flies? No, we don't do that. But if it's a long enough flight, we do what's called augmented rest, which is more than 2 pilots, and they take turns flying. Okay, cool. Is there any way to make sure I'm practicing the sim right? That's a good question, honestly, Lois, because it depends on the person you're flying with. I'd look up videos of like people like me, real-world pilots that are doing it and try to mimic them, I guess. I could always divert to Las Vegas. No, I'm good. I'm good. San Francisco has a nice, long, level runway. Unlike Las Vegas. Alright, I don't think nothing looks open in... Man, like I said, Atlanta absolutely hates my iPad for some reason. Yeah, nothing's open on this side of this entire side of the United States is all shut down. Except for Las Vegas Tower. Alright, let's see. I am currently... We got a headwind, so I usually like to start down about 10 to 15 miles prior to help smooth out the transition to the VNAV path. Austin, thanks for the follow. Tell me about my most difficult training. Each training level has its own difficulty. Private pilot for me was learning how to land a powered airplane. Instrument is learning the regulations and how to apply it to the flying that you're doing. Commercial is the maneuvers. CFI is learning how to teach everything you've learned to someone who has no idea what aviation is. And then for your instrument, for like ATP and flying a jet, V1 cuts. That was the hardest thing to learn. Kaysen, yes, private pilot is the first pilot license you would get. If you have more questions about that, Kaysen, if you go onto my TikTok, one of my newer videos is called How to Be an Airline Pilot in Steps. That gives you the 10 steps that I took to become an airline pilot. It's all broken down. Have you seen strange things in the sky? I've seen things that I have not been able to identify as airplanes. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, please do, Kaysen. That's why I made it. So if you have any questions, you can always just refer back to that. And like I said, that was the way I did it. There's different ways, but that's just a structured way of what to expect. Scores, I'm flying in ILS. We don't really use, I mean, there are VOR approaches out there, but we really don't use VOR approaches unless we have to. They're kind of complicated to fly. Here's this intense music again. During nothing that's super intense. Is that Coke? Yeah, it's Coke Zero. I try to limit myself to 1 soda a day, so that's my limitation. And the new Coke Zero is fire. Oh, I remember tasting it going, And there's that intense sparkle. Yeah, there is. Oh my, yeah, I don't know where it just keeps popping up. All right, we're about 20 miles out. Might as well get started. So descend now. Make sure I'm Unicom. Make sure I'm transmitting. Where's my V pilot? San Francisco area traffic. United 1071 is vacating flight level 320, 40 miles east of Diamond, descending via the Diamond for runway 28 right, San Francisco traffic. It did snowy. If you're talking about Coke Zero, yeah, they did a slight, with the rebrand that they did, the red and black, there was a slight change in the taste. Almost cited Irish there. Almost said there was something different in the taste. It's been a minute since you had Coke Zero. Yeah, I grew up drinking diet stuff, so like I said, I limit myself to once a day because I know it's not necessarily the best for you, but it's better than some of the stuff I could be putting in my body. How close is this simulator to the real thing in theory? It's pretty close. As Snowy and my loyal followers here that I've seen in the past couple live streams, there are some bugs with the simulator, but overall it's not bad. I need to get some. Yeah, give it a try, Snowy. Let me know what you think. It's not bad. It's a good soda. It tastes good. Can you do a announcement to the cabin passengers for ETA landing? I don't even think that's an option on here. Eventually I'll turn on the seatbelt signs, but actually might as well. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's do this. I'll do this for now. And I'll do the passenger announcement here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain has switched on the seatbelt sign.
Let's see. I have problems starting the AP on the 737 Max. Make sure your fuel pumps are on. At least one of the left ones needs to be on to give it fuel. Make sure you're powered on and that your battery's on, and then you turn on the APU. Let's see. I've been backing off caffeine, so I don't have soda or coffee as often as more. Oh, good for you, Snowy. I have lots of caffeine. Not really lots of caffeine. I either usually have 1 cup of coffee a day and 1 soda a day. That's about my intake. How I do a descent or an announcement? It would go something like, ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck. Oh, hold on, I gotta eat the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we've just begun our initial descent into the San Francisco area. Weather in San Francisco. Winds are currently out of the west at about 10 miles an hour. Good visibility, overcast skies, and a temperature of 57 degrees Fahrenheit. As right now, we show us landing in approximately 20 minutes for a on-time arrival to Gate Foxtrot 19. Fasten seatbelt sign will be coming on momentarily and will remain on for the remainder of the flight. We do appreciate you all flying with us, and we look forward to having you on a future flight. There you go. That is it. How do you get voices in the aircraft? It's called Luke Airtoll, Devin. Do these simulators ever put you through emergency situations? You can turn them on, but we don't really do them in the VAT sim since it's a multiplayer server. Your mic is so good, it didn't sound like you're eating the mic. I gotta practice that for the next one. Are you licensed to fly more than one type of Boeing? I am licensed to fly the Boeing 737 in all its variants. So I fly the 700, 800, 900, 900ER, Max 8, and Max 9. How do you spell that? It's Luke, like the name, L-U-K-E, Air, A-I-R, Tool, T-O-O-L. Oh, I don't do O's. Like Brother Moose and I said, we don't do U's. We're theater kids. We are theater kids. Looking good. We're gonna be landing with 12,000 pounds of fuel. That's more than enough. That's about 2 hours worth of fuel. Looking good. J Jinx, hello. How's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Is there a difference in the controls of those airplanes, or are they pretty much the same? They're pretty much the same. They just handle differently because they're different size airplanes. Beautiful United Bird, thank you. Devin, it's free. It's a free mod. Tommy, I'm not entirely sure where to get it. Level Flight Simulations, Tommy, the one who I sim with normally, is the one who helped me out and got the mod, but it was free. All right, the reason we're leveling at 270 is because Diamond is a restriction at or above 270. Just in case you were wondering, it was intentional. What would happen if you put the gear down during cruise? It would just get really loud. Also, we'd be violating a limitation, so we have to be below 270 knots or 0.72 Mach. So I couldn't drop it right now, but as long as you're below 270, it would just get really loud, and you'd burn a lot of extra fuel. There it is, FMC speed as we absolutely die for it, which is that's actually pretty true to real life. If you're not watching the autopilot on the descent, it'll do weird stuff like that. Doctor Who, awesome name. Love that show. Love that series. Thank you for the follow. Davey, welcome. Or Davey. Well, I should say welcome back. I recognize that name. Pirate, PMG, cold and dark, FMC, setup, startup, state, and then you can choose which one you want. But the Pirate, does that default it though? Because I've been able to do that, but it still pops on as like just a normal setup. So, have you ever had to perform an emergency landing due to a failure in real life? No, I haven't. Knock on wood. I've had close emergencies, but nothing ever to where I had to make an emergency landing. All right, Here comes a decel for lane at 280 knots. I'm gonna pop the spoilers for just a second because we are a little high on path for whatever reason. And usually that makes it really difficult for it to slow down if we're high. It's really hard for it to... Let's see, the top at lane is 260, so we're within the window. That's not too big of a deal. We are in the window. I wish there was a way, because in the old Flight Simulator X, you could have like a separate window, and I could use that to capture. That'd be pretty cool to have you guys in this view while I'm flying from up front, but that's not really how this works. So that is something that I can figure out for the future live streams. All right, we are slowing back and popping the spoilers because once again, it is struggling. So I'm looking, this bug is what the autopilot is commanding it to do, and then my actual airspeed's a little behind it, so I'm starting to slow it back a little early. Just tried it mine, it starts up cold and dark. Okay, I need to try that then. I like it. I like doing it from cold and dark. When you're at work, do you consider it work or just love something I love? Alex, I love it. The commute part is a little bit of work, but once I start flying, the flying itself isn't work to me. Davey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking real good. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, we do have the fasten seatbelt signs on. I'm gonna do this because I always forget the captain's side stuff, so I'm just gonna go and do that while we're here. Favorite airport to fly into real life? It's a combination or a tie between LaGuardia and Portland, Maine. They both have amazing approaches. Hello, Tommy. Welcome to the live stream. I think you can also set the IRS to instant or IRL. Oh yeah, no, I always do mine align it if I can, like in real life, because it usually takes about 5 to 10 minutes to get them aligned. That's pretty standard. Oh, we restarted the playlist. Snowy, we're back with Waterfall. Tommy says, I got IOE for an Envoy next month. Oh, congratulations. That is my alma mater. I was there for 4.5 years. So congratulations. That's awesome. San Francisco area traffic, United 1071, flight level 186, descending via the Diamond for runway 28 right. We're currently 12 miles east of Flows. Yes, I was aware that they are retiring the 145. Let's see, does the autopilot do most of the work in real life too? Yes, Casey, it does. Not because we can't do it ourselves. I've had to do it before where the autopilot was an operative and I fly. The main reason we use it is for workload. It is a lot of work for the pilot that's not flying to do while the pilot's flying, so it minimizes distractions for us. All right, 2.9 or 4 inches. Wings are on. Sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and just ding them. Probably get some turbulence coming in over the mountains to the east here.
Of those double chimes, our flight's be coming to an end. Please prepare for landing. Make sure your
does United do any charter operations? They do. I've done a charter for a Major League Baseball team last year. Yeah, thanks. I always wondered, there's a lot going on up there. There is, Casey. So the main reason we do it is not because we're lazy or that we can't fly it. It's because there's a lot going on, so it reduces workload and allows us to do more safety related things. So I have descent, right? Yeah, I'm already in the descent. That's why I keep making announcements on Unicom. It is starting to get a little bumpy, Snowy. It is. Did you get any autographs? We can't get autographs, Alex. It's against company policy.
Please have a look around the airplane to refresh your memory of the location of your nearest emergency exits, keeping in mind your closest one may be behind you. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival and be seated in your jump seats. We'll be on the ground shortly.
Beautiful day out here. Oh, snowy. It's a great thing I'm doing an ILS. The new weather is showing few at 800, ceilings broken at 1300, overcast at 1500. So I'm gonna legit be doing it in the ILS. So glad we're doing this. Dang, well, I would have gotten fired that day. Yeah, it's hard, especially if I ever charter a Red Bull team or like a sports team that I like. But we just can't do it. It's just savor the moment in the memories. I'm on 122.8 and I can't hear you. I was transmitting. I'm on 22.8. Yep, I'm on 22.8. And let me make sure. San Francisco traffic, United 1071, 13,800, descending via the Diamond for the ILS runway 28 right, San Francisco traffic. Yeah, it says I was transmitting on 22.8. So, and my audio works fine. Yeah, because I was using my audio when I was taxiing out of Denver, so it's all good on my end. The charter jet to be left alone, the company wants them to leave them alone. Yeah, it's just, and it's also a professional thing. It's just professional. Assume those clouds are cumulonimbus, so that checks with some bumps. Yes, yes they do. I'm right at 10 degrees, so I don't think I'll need anti-ice, but I'll turn it on here in a second if I need it. Derek, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, we're at 11. I'll leave those on because we need those for the approach anyways, but just arm the spoilers while we're at it too. Yeah, Devin, make sure you have 22.8 dialed up in your radio. That might be the reason why you can't hear me. 151, 156. Okay. And we are currently on coming up to seeds 10 and 12 and 250. So I gotta watch that decel point. Or does it not have? Oh, there it goes. I think, yeah, see, it's not handling it very well. Hey Christian, welcome to live stream. Currently on the star arrival for runway 28 right in San Francisco. It would be cool one day to fly to an airport that has low visibility for an autoline. You say that, it's kind of stressful. I've done a handful of Cat 2s and a handful of Cat 2s and one Cat 3, and it's kind of stressful when it's low vis. Come on, this thing's not wanting to slow down. Oh wait, did I freeze? Uh-oh. What's going on? Did it freeze? Oh no, there it goes. It was just being hateful for a second. I noticed everything got real still for a second. I was like, no, not now. Not now. Now's not the time. Drag required. I am aware. That's why I got the spoilers out. I don't know why it's hauling so hard. We're below the 10. Alright, Firefly is at 230. I guess I'm just gonna keep the spoilers out for this. Here's the FMC speed. Closing up the spoilers one more time. Alright, we're through 10,000. We already dinged them in the back. They're already sat down, excuse me. Lights are on. Here we go. Won't set the touchdown zone elevation until we're inside Archie. Everything's looking good. San Francisco international traffic. United 1071 is currently 5 miles east of Furley at 9,100. Descending via for the ILS runway 28 right. San Francisco area traffic. I saw it stop and I was like, no. Yeah, me too. I was like, why is this freezing? This shouldn't be freezing. All right, and gotta pop the spoilers again. This is real world 737 stuff. The thing does not like to slow down. That's 100% accurate. I'm just going to set this off to the side here. 100% accurate. If I can get below 250, I can start throwing flaps in, but yeah, and I wasn't sure if it was just Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was a little worried that it was the actual stream too, but it looks like everything is going well. Yeah, everything looks good. The Archie's at 230, so once we get past, there we go. I'm gonna throw in some flaps here. And yeah, it's gonna drop the speed a lot, but I'm just gonna give us 210 or 230, so that way you can complete the there we go. It's Archie at 7,000. Hello, Pizza Man. What's your better choice of whom, DG 738 or 7? I went with the 8 because I like flying the 8 in real life. That's just me though. All right, I'm gonna go flaps 5. Pizza Man, I suggest the 800. That's just it's the nice variant between all of them, or the nice balance between all of them. All right, I'm gonna start slowing back to 210. And we're inside. Wait for Archie. All right, we're inside Archie, set in touchdown zone. San Francisco area traffic. United 1071 is inside Archie for the ILS runway 28 right, 6,800 descending. San Francisco traffic. All right, I wish there was some other person on here, because I know Devin says he can't hear me, but I am on Unicom 22.8, and it says it's transmitting. So, and if I go to settings and my audio, and I'm talking, and it's working nice, loud and clear, so I think I should be good. All right, I'm coming up. I'm going to arm the approach and command A for the Autoland. All right, I'm gonna start dialing this back here to 180. This is really slow for real life, but it's also the PMDG, so I'm just giving us a little extra room here to configure as needed. All right, we're looking good. Looking real good. I'm gonna go flaps 10. I'll get it set up real nice. Oop. I'm realizing I gotta keep my Xbox controller actually pretty close to my monitor, so that way the YouTube, or not YouTube, the Bluetooth connectivity doesn't go haywire. What do you mean by arm the approach? Those are the white letters, so I'm not in approach mode yet. I hit approach and the flight mode enunciator right in front of me beneath the green letters for LNAV and VNAV path. It says Vorlog glide slope. That's what I mean when it's armed. Would be a great time for that intense sparkle. Yeah, it would, actually. Very scenic. San Francisco international traffic, United 1071's 4,400, turning a 16-mile final for runway 28 right. All right, Vorlok, that captured. I am not playing on Xbox. I am using an Xbox controller on my PC because it's easier than using keyboard and mouse. All right, everything's looking good. Command A is still holding. Waiting for the ILS aviation warning test here in a second. Showing IGWQ. That is a good identifier. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. Devin, I could not hear you. Make sure your #1 radio is tuned to 122.8. All right, C-pin is probably what I'll start fully configuring. Oh, it's starting to creep up. Here comes that turbulence. All right, I'm gonna go gear down. That's gonna help a little bit. Flaps 15. Starts rolling back the speed here. I'm gonna give it a little extra speed, probably about 10 knots because of the turbulence here. We can go flaps 25. Let's see, and I said it was gonna be 151, 156. So I'll give it, we'll call it, give it 160. And then there goes flaps 30. All right, we're in landing configuration. Let's see. Flaps 30, gear down. Flap set, speed arm, super brakes arm, and those are on. I always do this because I always forget on the ground anyways, so let me start this bad boy. San Francisco International Traffic. United 1071 is 3 miles from Maximal. Final approach fix, ILS 28 right, San Francisco.
2500.
Altimeter's 29er, 9 or 5 inches. What does the APU start does? Oh, it just readies it for me when I get on the ground, so that way I can switch the power over. Oh, it's also an auto land. I should probably do flaps 40. I was just thinking about that. Yeah, since it's auto land, I'll do flaps 40. So that's... We'll scroll back a little bit here. I'll do 155. Oh, no, I'll do 152. Or what is it? 150. Or sorry, 149. That's what we're aiming for. And then 162 is that. So I gotta... Still got enough time to do it, but I just need to slow down a little bit here. Use the spoilers a little bit. We're above 1,000 feet. And then drop flaps 40. There we go. Pull that back up, rearm it. That'll make it a little bit easier for the auto land as well. If it doesn't die for it like it's currently doing. All right, runways in sight, landing. It's looking good. We're in flaps 40. All right, it's about a 12-knot crosswind. That should be in limitations. 37 years ATC, never played an ATC game. This isn't an ATC game. This is a... Oh, you're saying... Yeah, whatever. Right. We got command. ILS aviation warning system is set. And it's done its test. We got the green command. We're good for auto land. 37 years, never played an ATC game. Well, that's because there's not a whole lot of them out there. And, all right. It's getting a little slow. Come on, push up the thrust there. San Francisco International Traffic. United 1071 is a 5-mile final. ILS to it, right. All right, we'll set the missed approach out to 3,000 feet. Okay, and just in case, I do land better from the outside view, unlike real life. So, keep it out here just in case I need to click off the autopilot. Looking good so far. Speed brake armed. Coming up on 500 feet here. 500 feet. 500. Stable flare armed. Good for you. That's awesome. 400. There's that bias trim. Did you hear it? It rolled it back. That's pretty cool. 3. It's looking good. Looking real good. I think it's that, yeah, it was that trim issue that we were talking about, Snowy. Looking good. Just keep it on the runway, little movements. Little movements. There we go. There we go. 380 knots. Out of reverse. Not like always, Alex. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, they're getting better. Snow, I think I figured out the problem. It was that stupid AI trim. San Francisco international traffic. United 1071 is clear of a runway 28 right, crossing 28 left. I haven't heard anybody. I don't see anybody, so I'm going to continue taxi real quick before I clean up here. Welcome to San Francisco. The local time is 12:33 p.m. Pacific time. Round of applause. Thank you, Snowy. Thank you. And I'm going around the other side, so I'm just going to continue straight ahead because I need that high speed. Let's see, what is that? It is yeah, on Tango. Just continuing straight ahead here. Micah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, just pulling up here. Get off Tango and I'll announce clear. And we're just gonna be going around to Bravo 4 basically. And pull up San Francisco traffic. United 1071's clear. Runway 28 left. We'll be parking at Foxtrot 19, taxiing via Tango Bravo 4. San Francisco traffic. No, I'm not gonna do another flight. Nope. I'm in the process of getting ready to go on my trip tomorrow, so this is just all the time I have time for. Plus, need to spend some time with the wife. Let me clean up here. Put this to transponder mode. Clean up the flaps. There we go. Spoilers are stowed. That goes to off. Both on terrain. It stays on. That goes to steady. Those go off. AP is already on. I'll slam the generator there. Turn off everything but that. Click, click. And off. There we go. Oh, probably disconnect. Really interrupted you there. Yeah, sorry. All right, here we go. Let's taxi the gate. All right, says, do any of the 737 variants have the capability to dump fuel? No, none of the 73s can. Now visit Ghirardelli Square. Absolutely, I love Pier 39. I used to spend, when I was San Francisco based for a short while, I used to spend my reserve days out there frequenting the pier. I'm trying to see. I think Devin's supposed to be behind me. Not sure. Hopefully I can find the runway. I mean, it was kind of a legit ILS. We had it around final approach fix. Marvin, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Justin, thanks for the follow. And welcome to the live stream. You all kind of catching the tail end of it. Just landed in San Francisco and now taxiing the gate. Funny, if you have an aviation related question, go ahead. Greg, thanks for liking the live. I appreciate it. Or welcome, I should say. All right, Fox 19. Oh, I should have come in a little bit more. That's fine. I'm just kind of widening out here. How can I get my private pilot license? Funny, if you go to my TikTok page, there is a video called "How to Become a Pilot in 10 Steps." Review that, and that'll talk you through the steps. I am a bowl of onions, another one without clearance. Yeah, no. Nobody's on, so you can enter any runway. You just have to announce it. Is there a way to fly a flock of llamas across the country? Not that I'm aware of. That's probably a cargo question. There's Fox 19. That jet bridge is kind of whack, so I'll be careful with that. Actually, you know what? I'll take the one next door. The one that parks in front of the jet bridge. Yeah, that'll be a little bit easier. You're not flying today? Are you talking about the sim? Because I just landed. Does this simulator work on Mac? I think it does. It's called Microsoft Flight Simulator, so it actually might not. I'm not entirely sure. This is on a PC. Can you taxi faster? No, I can't. So, if you don't like it, leave the stream. Simple as that. Crazy thought, am I right? Oh, in real life? No, I'm not flying right now because I wouldn't be on Microsoft Flight Simulator. There we go. Trying to pay attention. Did you join VATSIM? In all caps. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, I did. Oh, nailed it. Like real life. All right. Let's shut this bad boy down. Make sure that's on the bus. It is. You go that way. There we go. And that is it. We have completed our flight. There we go. Horrible parking job, but that's pretty realistic there. It's not. There we go. Get all the parts hooked up here. Get everything going here. There we go. Everybody's moving. Make sure the parking brake's on. Not on the PMDG. This thing has a weird glitch with the parking brake. Let's see. Falling behind here. Does the nice, love the Boudin Bakery is not bad. I haven't been there yet. I've seen it. How beneficial is VATSIM and simming in general to be in IFR training? It helped me a lot in IFR instrument training. So, does the captain talk to a traffic control? I don't know what you're talking about. You're asking if we're talking to... We both talk to air traffic control. I'm connected to 22.8 and my mic's working and everything. I can't hear you, Devin, at all. Right on line, 10 out of 10. Thanks, Zoe. Christian, thanks for the follow. 99 Fire, thanks for the follow. Could I ask you a question about one big guy to another? Go ahead, no clue. I feel like I know you well enough to know that you're not trolling, so go for it. Funny, thanks for the follow. Was there a weight limit when you did flight school? Was that a limit? So kind of. There was weight and balance. I never had issues when I was going through flight training, because back then I was a lot skinnier, and that was more of a function of I was worried about money, so I didn't eat as much, and also for that reason. So that could be an issue. But you know, if you talk to the flight school, so in general for bigger guys, Cessnas are better airplanes. They're a little bit better. And also talk to the flight school and let them know that's something they're worried about, because what they'll do is they'll pair you with a flight instructor that is smaller. That way weight and balance isn't as big of an issue, and also certain airplanes have better weight and balance than others, so you may be able to fly. For example, like when I was bigger, when I was a flight student initially my freshman year of college, there was one airplane that really worked with my weight and balance, and so that's the one I asked them to fly if I could, so I got scheduled in a lot. So there's ways around it. Least favorite airplane, the Airbus A320. Thank you, Colin, for the follow. My dad is getting some Coke Zero on his way home, so I'm going to see if I can see a taste difference. Yeah, Snowy, let me know. I personally thought I saw or tasted a difference. How do I become a 737 pilot? If you go to my TikTok page, and I think it's my 3rd video, it shows you my story along with some pictures of how I became a pilot. When you're releasing the PMDG tutorial, I am letting... Tommy has already had one in the works, so I'm going to let Tommy release it. Which is Level Flight Simulations. So if you don't follow him on the Red channel, definitely go do that. But for as of right now, Tommy's releasing that, not me. They are very accommodating. That's correct. Pilot 58. Greg says what? Question mark. Cool. Zero context. Love it. You're welcome, Popeye. A320 what? An A320 Airbus? It is expensive to become a pilot. It is. It's a huge initial upfront investment, but it pays back in time. I'll dim you when I get it. Okay, thanks, Snowy. Any tips for a newish private pilot student about to solo and haven't taken the private aeronautical written? Study. Have very good study habits and discipline. That's the one of the many ways you can be successful in this career. Least favorite airplane is the A320. Why don't you like the Airbus A320? Because I like flying my airplanes. Were they reprinting? Absolutely. Yours is the Boeing 737. I thought that was obvious. I guess not. Not as obvious as I thought it was gonna be. All right, let's do this. I'll pop that back in here and try to get my screen set up for the outro here. There we go. Not yet. Don't worry. It's not happening right now, but we're gonna be switching to. Let's see if I can remember this screen. There we go. Start up the timer for the 10-minute countdown. Oh yeah. That way we know we're spooling down here. 10 minutes. So this is the part where we're just hanging out and I'm answering any questions you guys got before I get off the stream here. Of course, everybody is jumping on after the stream. I don't know how that works or what the algorithm is, but the Airbus 737. I love American Airlines 737. Well, fun fact, Matt, the 737 that American Airlines flies is the same one that United flies. Fun fact. Minor difference. What was the flight today to and from? It was Denver to San Francisco, VR. I'm landing here soon. Okay, yeah, I still can't hear you on the radio, Devin. I'm parked over at Fox 18. Did you do the United Aviate program? No. Aviate program and stuff like that didn't exist when I was going through flight training. It happened after I was already at the regionals. Time for the shutdown? Yep. You want to stay as a 737 pilot, or do you want to fly other planes in the future? Eventually I'll fly other airplanes. The goal is probably the 787 in a couple years. About a year and a half or so. Is the 737 MAX 8 safe? I can't say this enough. So anybody who's wondering the same thing, the 737 MAX is safe. They fixed the issues. It's a safe airplane to fly. It's actually one of my favorite airplanes to fly. Right. Doing the SkyWest pathway program so far so good. That's good to hear. Yeah, there's a lot of different pathways programs out there. When I started, the only real one out there was Envoy's cadet program and the flow. That was it. King, thanks for the follow. It's been flying without a problem since December 2020. Absolutely. I was watching it closely because it needed to be fixed, you know, and they fixed it. They went back and fixed the things that they should have fixed in the first place, or should have had in there in the first place. So, Franco, welcome back. Uneventful landing, Franco. So didn't really miss much on that end. We're just kind of wrapping things up here. It never fails. People just come. They come at the very last after everything exciting has happened. So, thanks for the content. My pleasure, King. Absolutely, I appreciate that the comment there. Okay, there's somebody else coming to San Fran right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from that. So I don't forget to do that. Alright, y'all, another about 7 minutes before we outro this. This is the chit chat screen. This is the answering your question. Can't believe you missed it. I missed it. I was giving lunch for my daughter. Yeah, no worries, Franco. It was just uneventful. There's like nobody else in San Francisco other than the 2 other airplanes, so nothing major. I can tell that we got a slight spike in viewership after you landed. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like during takeoff, like anything ground related, I feel like people jump right in, but anything in the air, just people, they look at it and they just swipe through it. I think a lot of it's probably because they don't know how far we are from landing and stuff like that. So I'm trying to find a way to put that up on screen. Need to find a overlay for it. Yeah, at the very beginning it always spikes too. At the very beginning we had over nearly 200 viewers, and then it just kind of died off from there. So I don't know how that, once again, I still don't know how that algorithm works for TikTok. Still trying to figure that out. Have a good one, Bill. Catch you on the next one. See you. Pirate 58, always a pleasure talking to you, buddy. Have a good day. Bye. For those of you that are just joining, sorry you guys just caught the very tail end of the stream. Countdown timer is right above the camera here. We've got about 5.5 minutes left where I'm answering questions for you all before we outro this out and end the stream. If we could only record the lives on here, but wait, to anyone who missed the stream, check out. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, it is available, but there's no way you can only post highlights right now. However, if you guys are joining and want to see the stream, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's 2 other channels you see down. There's the red channel and the purple channel, both the same name. If you go look there, those will have them available to rewatch. So if you missed the live stream now, you can go down there, and best part is you can fast forward and whatever you need to do to get to the good parts. So let me know if you get the cold and dark working. Yeah, I will. Fire up, definitely. The red and purple place to see what you missed. Exactly, Snowy. Thanks for the idea. That's what mainly those are for. That's over here in that corner. But once again, a really good stream. You know, multi-streaming. Other than that light malfunction that I had for some reason, like I said, anytime it's at above 80%, so I just got to keep it below that. Other than that, everything was good. Audio was good. Almost had the the sim freeze there for a second, but overall, not bad, not bad. Maroon Baya, welcome. You guys are just catching the tail end of my live. We'll be going off here in about 4 minutes, but if you want to catch anything that you missed, the place you can rewatch the live stream on, keep doing it the wrong way, on that side of your screen are a couple of names to the red and purple channel down there. Those will be available to rewatch at your own convenience. So if you want to see what you missed on the stream, that would be the place to check them out. Picture Perfect live today, Bill, as always. Thank you. Thank you. There's some things, the one thing I could probably do better is figure out why the camera didn't come on when I switched. The transition from intro screen to the transition, which is the actual intro, to the gaming screen is not bad, but I'm still working on it. Like I said, I'm sitting there like a old theater technician there trying to coordinate everything between OBS and Live Studio. But I always appreciate it, Snowy. Always appreciate the feedback. All right, 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. Oh, I should probably bring up my there we go. Nobody's messaged me. Good. I forgot I had the other chat down for the other for the red and purple channels there, but nobody's really in there, so just kind of talking to myself in the other one. And for those of you that may have been watching on the purple and or red streams, be sure to follow me on Captain Bill Official on TikTok as well. A lot of good aviation content on there as well. And for those of you that are just kind of hanging out, be sure to follow me on the red channel and the purple channel, which once again are down there in the right-hand corner on your screen. I do a variety of content that I'm trying to push out to each of them, and they're only going to be growing from here. So, what's the red and purple channel? Look, No Clue VR. Look in the bottom left-hand part of your screen. There's 2 symbols down there. I can't say them, because I think Snowy and I figured out that TikTok doesn't like when I mention that I'm streaming on different platforms, so that may limit viewership. So when I say red channel, purple channel, that's what I'm referring to. All right, 2-minute warning, folks. Look at Fly Live Studio. What's Fly Live Studio, Franco? Is that something where I can do an overlay? Look, Fly Live Studio. I'll look at it. Oh no, so small on my phone. Yeah, I'm sorry. No Clue VR. It's the same. It's the same username as here on those 2 platforms. So you just look up Captain Bill Official. And like, if you want to rewatch the stream, that's where you go, because live TikTok records it for me, but there's no way I can post them on TikTok. But if you want to rewatch the whole live, those 2 channels will have the ability to rewatch them. Yep, got like a flight track bar on top. Oh, okay, so hold on, Franco, what is it called? It's called Fly Live Studio. I'll definitely look it up. The tube and the itch. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I need that, so that'll save people time from going, where are we going? Where are you at? How far out? Devon's in San Francisco. That's good. I'm off the VATSIM server though, so I may not appear to you at Fox 18. And 30 seconds until we outro out. So as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another Captain Bill Official live stream. I may be going live tomorrow. Depends. I'm going to be flying, so it depends on how well the day goes and how long of an overnight I have. But if you have any questions, feel free to comment on the first video on my TikTok page. I will like the comments to let you know I read it, and then I will respond to it as best I can, as long as it's appropriate and germane to the aviation industry. But like, as I always say to my followers, be safe, be well, have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, and I'll see you on the next stream.